see my screen.
There we go.
We're live.
What you drinking tonight?
I am drinking H2O.
I was so busy talking. That's exactly what I need, but I didn't grab a glass. I'm gonna just tuck it out. We're gonna raw dog it.
I need to refill.
What you drinking?
Coke.
I haven't had a pop in a minute.
Honey, me and Publix got a love affair going on. Because I can't afford the regular Coke. I cannot afford the regular Sprite ginger ale. So Publix it is $1.25.
I don't even want to talk about affordability because everything is so freaking high. I'm shocked and appalled. Last expensive thing I bought was them Walmart shoes. I was mad they cost $25, but I like them. So I'm getting my wear out of them, but I don't like that $25 cost. And the problem is, I go to Ross and Marshalls. I say, oh yeah, they about to outshine them. They $30.
Baby, the last expensive thing I bought was gas.
Yeah. That part, baby, gas got me rethinking my whole entire life. It got me.
You gotta drop bombs.
Carolina, where you go?
It wasn't doing that a minute ago. But we so busy dropping bombs in Iran, so we don't have to talk about the Epstein files. I can't even believe it. I'm so disgusted.
I need a stimulus because baby, between these doctor visits, co-pays, and this gas, I'm sitting in the car like I'm sad.
Stimmy me. Hey, those shoes are cute. Yes, they are cute, but I don't want to pay no $25 for them.
Okay, why we not live?
We are.
Okay, we live.
Dosa Key just said those shoes are cute.
I need to click on it. Okay, let me turn this volume off. Let me turn it. I'm just running my mouth, honey. Let me turn this.
We're gonna get this figured out one day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all for indulging in my little spring fling here. I just finished saying to the girls that my other girls want to pop out. I didn't know I had gained enough weight in the back fat that the front girls is trying to pop out. So I'm trying to keep my camera high.
But they seem pretty, sis. They seem pretty because it's from this younger than ours, baby. They be dragging the ground. They be dragging.
No kidding. This underwire is doing me justice. We're just gonna leave it like that.
I can't do that.
Hold on, I need to hit the live. I need to like the lab. Okay, there you go.
Yes. And anyone coming in. You know what? We were talking about spring clean or spring fling actually, and I started spring cleaning. I already started working in my closet, trying to get it together because I looked at it and I said, this is just trifling. And I'm realizing that I do have a lot of balls in the air right now, going to school, going to work, all the things. But me having clutter, the clutter it almost makes me want to go back to bed. It makes me antsy. I'm looking like I'm over myself. When I tell y'all I have had laundry on my couch for I don't know how long, getting ready to get folded. Then my trifling self folded it. It's still on the couch. Still just sitting there looking at me like, for what? Like we're not gonna put ourselves away. And it's finally just getting to a point where I'm saying I need to start straightening up. And I'm looking in my closet at a ton of stuff I can't wear because I've gained too much weight for it. I'm too bothered, but I need to get it together for spring. And that's why I said, I'm wondering, what are y'all doing for spring? How are you refreshing your minds and getting your spirit right?
Baby, don't even ask me that question, sweetie, because I am when I say all over the place, you talking about looking around, I'm like.
Well, you just moved in though. You got excuse.
I know, but this is why I said this is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. I got way more square footage. I got twice the square footage that I had in the apartment. And
that's the same thing I said. This place is actually bigger than my last one, and I'm filling it. Why am I filling this space up? And it was so funny. Now my girlfriend said something. She missed the mark. She said, you don't have room. Like if you're filling every corner of your space, you don't have room for your significant other to come along. Ain't nobody looking for no significant other. You ain't heard me say I'm looking for no.
If he come along, he got to be coming with his own place and a place to put me in. we as women have to stop feeling like we got to make accommodations for a man when a man should be the one making accommodations for us.
He should be preparing the table for us. Is that
He
what you're
should be
saying?
preparing the table for. He should be. He should not even prepare. He should already have the table prepared.
That's why I
But
said she missed that mark because I'm honestly not interested. The crazy that I feel is just for myself. Like I need to get my own ish together. I need to straighten up. I haven't even gotten ready to file taxes. Filing taxes is a process. Not to mention it's due April 15th. So, or whatever it's due this year. Sometimes they move it by a day or so. I haven't even gotten that stuff together. I used to file my own taxes, but I realized that's one more thing I just don't want to worry and think about. So I'll go ahead and delegate that one.
Child.
If I can delegate this housework, that's going to be number 2 on the list. At some point, somebody's going to clean this house. They're going to get these
Mhm.
floorboards and all that together for me because I'm reaching a point of over it.
go on thumbtack.com.
Do what?
Go on thumbtack.com. Get somebody to come give it a thorough spring cleaning just for
Mhm.
you, and just start over fresh.
I need to do it. I'm
Mhm.
about ready to do it. That and I feel like somebody just said when I just saw time change. There it is. I'm still getting used to the time change. That's me. That's me. I feel like the time change has changed me this year. Bring the tables, chairs, forks, spoons, knives, and food. Mm-mm.
You know, the time change hasn't affected me. Springing
Really?
forward hasn't affected me the way that fallback did. Now fallback had me messed up. The year before last, fallback didn't have any, but this year fallback, I was just getting used to fallback when we sprung forward, and as y'all know, I didn't even know that, honey, the time had changed, and it was almost Monday before I realized that the time had changed. I guess because I don't look at TV, I didn't even know the time was changing. And then tomorrow
Mhm.
is the first day of spring.
It is. And it's going to feel like it, which is crazy because Monday I just had a snow day. It was cold, windy, icy, all the things. The following day, kids were coming to school in, like skirts and whatever. Today, they came to school in shorts. And it was good weather for it. Tomorrow it's going to be even hotter. I said, "Yeah, this is crazy Midwest weather." So I'm waiting to see who's going to be sick next week.
Well, that's our weather. We're going to be, um, starting tomorrow, we're going to be hitting 80. Are we going to be 80 tomorrow?
That's
If for the next 10 days, I think our lowest high is going to be 69 for the
that
next
ain't
10.
bad at all.
Mm-mm.
That's my hangout temperature, right around 70. I don't like to get
Table,
too hot.
chairs, forks, spoons, knives.
When did the Live start playing
I-
advertisement? That's a good question. When did they?
What?
Stephanie asked, when did the Live start playing advertisement?
I don't know. I seen that too. I
Wait a minute,
seen that
Really?
too. Yeah,
when did I, wait,
That defeats the whole purpose. We live so we can just hang out and be together.
it did
okay,
it when I first put it on here, so I could be able to see the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
okay,
it's going to continue to do it or not.
okay, so whenever we're live and it plays the advertisement, does it mean that
Does
we
it
just,
pause us?
we're just
No,
talking and
it
no?
doesn't pause us because I was looking at us here, and then I looked on here and had the commercial. So no, it doesn't pause us.
So how's the
Okay,
commercial going while we talking?
yeah, that
So,
doesn't make sense.
so nobody sees us while we continue to talk. It's just they only see the commercial.
Right. I only
Wow.
seen the commercial. Yeah, I only. But it hasn't happened again since I've been doing this. It's just it did it when I first clicked on it.
Oh, maybe that's
At
all
the
it will
beginning.
do then.
So
Yeah.
how long is the commercial for?
That's a good
If
question.
they know it. I
Ain't no
wouldn't.
telling.
I was too
Okay.
busy trying. When it came on, I was too busy trying to find how to like the live.
Okay, so
Mm.
people that's watching, how long does the commercials last? And
And are
so
you still seeing them?
when the commercial goes off, y'all just come back in and we on a whole nother conversation that you just done
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
before. It did 2 minutes ago. It just did 2 minutes ago. Okay, so yeah, it rudely interrupted. That is
All I can say is I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Because
On
that takes the joy out. Let me see the advertisement. YouTube does it. Oh, I can't see it
Mhm.
automatically. But if you pay for, yeah, I don't have that one. Then you
I
don't
pay,
have commercials. I
yeah,
know you do, Chloe.
I pay for the, shut up.
She
Mhm.
said what?
That's
Kim said, I know you do,
she our
Chloe.
rich friend. She our rich friend. She pay for that.
We not rich. I just be one. I'm nosy. I want to see it all. I don't. Mm-mm. I pay for the commercial free everything. Netflix,
Mm-mm.
all of it.
Oh,
Really?
do you? Oh yeah, she our rich friend for
Wow.
real.
Maybe y'all dependent. You
Baby,
know,
if I
no,
want to
baby.
watch
That's the
Bridgerton, I
only
want
reason
to
why I
watch.
still got Netflix because of the commercial.
Baby. If I want to watch Bridgerton, I want to watch Bridgerton.
I have
Mm-mm.
never seen that show. They was just talking about that at work, and they were
Me
like, "Oh,
neither.
it just seems like something you would really like." I don't know why. What era is that? 1800s?
But Kimberly, you probably would like it.
Really?
You probably would. It is it's 1800s, but it's not.
Yes,
It's
it
not.
doesn't.
It's nothing like what you would think, girl. First of all, it's soft porn. Let me just put that out there. It's
Commercial
soft,
Oh,
other
but the it's it. I mean, I didn't think that I would like something like that. First of all, the costumes are amazing. The writing is just
is
get
this
just
Shonda's?
it's
Is this
Shonda.
I'm
Shonda?
gonna give it a good 7 minutes and see if it catch me.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, Kay, you've never seen Bridgerton? And see, the
But
thing
you know
is,
what?
y'all watching, y'all coming in on this is season 5 or 4.
I'm a
See,
binger
I would
anyway.
have to
Give
watch
me
it
the
from
summer and I'm gonna
Friday.
binge it out.
huh? So
Over the
you would
summer,
go
I
That,
off,
like to
that would
binge
you would go
something.
back to you would go back to one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not finna start in the middle because then
No.
I'm lost, and then I'm
Yeah.
asking people questions. Like, nah, I'm gonna
But see,
start
the
from the
thing is
beginning.
with Bridgerton, it is like it's like spin-offs. It starts off with here, and then the next season is focused on someone else, and then the next season is focused on someone else, but all the same characters are in it, but each season somebody else is highlighted.
Okay,
But
that makes me think of Kennedy
Oh,
Ryan
like
book because
what's
she's
the name
got
of my
different
show?
women, and Kennedy Ryan focuses on one. Like the women are friends, but
right,
it's one lady, and then yeah, okay, I
that
can follow
that's
that.
it. That's it. But
Let me
it was
tell you what though. So the other day, Purple Rain, y'all. When I tell you, there's no person I've seen in concert more than Prince. Every time Prince would come to Kansas City, I'm at the concert. I'm
Prince came to
Purple
Kansas
Rain
City.
a bajillion times. Then he came down to 18th and Vine. He was like, "Y'all don't mind." First of all, I had to see Prince because I didn't know how the heck he sound. I had never seen
Commercial.
Purple Rain before, so I wanted to hear him talk. But anyway, I go to all his concert. Is that another commercial?
Yep.
What is
Yep.
YouTube doing? Because we sure don't be seeing the money from that. At least I don't. It
well,
probably be,
well,
it
you know
even
what?
happens like Chloe that ain't got commercials. Chloe cutting us out. I mean,
But you know what? You actually still do get a percentage of for people who pay for commercial free.
yeah,
Part of the reason that the
Yeah.
money that we pay, you still get.
Yeah. You get
I believe
you
it. I
you
believe it.
guaranteed to get it from them. That's the good thing. You guaranteed to get it from them. The other ones, if they skip,
Didn't he done? Yeah.
or
Oh,
the
that makes
commercials
sense.
still
Because
going.
the people who have commercials but skip it, okay, that makes
Right.
sense. Now I want to know, where is it going to pick up? Is it going to pick up where we keep talking, or is it going to stop and still? But let
Well,
me get back to
I'll,
Purple
I'll,
Rain because this was
go ahead.
crazy. I feel like I'm getting so freaking old. I already went on a rant. I was talking about books because every time you see these characters, the characters meet 5 minutes later, they jump and skip and falling into bed. I'm over it. And then the sex scenes be longer than the character development. So I sit down, I'm getting ready to watch Purple Rain. I said, "Oh, I love this movie. I know it by heart, all the things." Y'all, that movie was hard for me to watch in certain sections. I could not understand how Prince slapped Apollonia, and then she the one going out buying him a guitar, trying to make it up to him, and all the things. So I said, okay, that was a one off. I'm just tripping off that one. How about, and y'all know this because I texted about it. I said, I'm getting ready to read Disappearing Acts. Girl, the way
Mhm.
my life is set up, my drive to work, all of that, I've already finished Disappearing Acts. There's a scene where he essays her. I did not remember that in the book at all. So he's like, "Baby, I need it tonight." She was like, "No, I'm not interested." He said, "No, but I really need it." And she said, "Oh, but I mean, what? You're going to take it from me?" He said, yes, and did. I didn't remember that. So
Me
I'm
either.
sitting here like, what? Did they do this in the movie? I'm just so I didn't like that too much too neither. But then after that happens, she sees him again and she's just so happy to be back with him. When I tell you that is, how did I like these? I'm so confused. Is it I'm getting old? Am I too strict? Like I could not understand it. Somebody said, wow.
Um, wait a minute. Are you talking about the movie or the book?
The book. So I read the book again. I haven't seen the movie again yet. Purple Rain disgusted me. The whole he slaps her. I was even mad at him leaving her on the bike. Like that would not be funny to me. I'm trying to get on the bike. Zzz, zzz.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the time I was probably a teenager, young teenager, whatever. I laughed at that. It ain't so funny no more. Like it's just funny how
Right.
things hit entirely differently. And now with all these girls having TikTok and they're communicating with each other, I'm wondering how that translates for them. Like I feel so different. I feel old. That's what I really feel. Let me see. At the time you first watched it, you probably put something. You're right. Something else from it at that time. Somebody sent. Yeah, you don't remember that part either. Which part of the book or Purple Rain? But I truly did not remember her getting essayed. Chloe dropped off again. But I remember liking that movie. I want to say it was Wesley Snipes and Sanaa Lathan. I
Yeah.
think she wasn't famous yet, but she was in that movie. That might have been her breakout role. But
Might have been. That was a long time ago. Did I hit send?
things are just hitting me differently now. Hey y'all, everyone is okay with the gas prices? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Just checking on everybody because, baby,
I
I,
just
oh
finished
Lord,
bragging about how filling up my car only takes about $45. Why take me 49? 49 and some change. I said, oh, that's different.
I was at 3/4 with $15. Three, I put, I put, I could put $27 and fill my car. I mean, not 27. How much? $22. You're not no more.
And feel it.
I scared. I'm at 46 miles and I'm sitting there looking around talking about, oh baby, who is single around here? Girl, I'm finna get a relationship. Between the food, the co-pays, and the gas, girl, I'm looking at people different. Hey boo.
And now you got to take prescription medicines.
Yes, all of the things.
Mhm.
Then the food, girl. I bought $5 barbecue sauce. $5 because it ain't got sugar in it. $5. It's
Wow.
$5.87. That's $5 to me. I
Was
just,
it that one black man? Because I've been wondering about it. It's an older black man on the bottle. It's black and white.
yeah,
I've
it's
been
good
wondering about
though.
this.
It's good,
That's
but baby, when
crazy.
I tell you, I'm pouring it out like this. I'm like, that,
Kit Kat said gas is $6.23. See,
Well,
I don't even know what
I
it
pay
is.
I
well,
pay
let me go.
$70. I pay $70 to fill mine up with mid grade.
Really? Because I'm filling up with premium.
Mid
So I
grade is $4.39, and I had taken it all the way down. And so yes, I end up paying $70 to fill my car up with gas.
that's
So
crazy.
I already let y'all know on my upcoming videos, this world tour that I've been on, baby, that's about to stop. We just gonna be having some TED talks, and I'm gonna be sitting on this couch. I'm gonna be sitting on this couch. This is the conversation that y'all are going to get from me. I might even change my pajamas just to give y'all a little variety.
I was gonna say change the color of the lamp in the
Girl, I'm
light
gonna
bulb.
change the
Maybe you
light
do
in
that.
the lamp. I don't drink no more, so it's not
Everything.
like I have to sit back and sip wine, and I'm just gonna have some tea time.
So
That's
on your
it.
not drinking, is that a lifetime or just for
Mm-hmm.
now, for the
Mm-mm.
rest of life?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at it. I don't know. Being that I'm divorced, I don't know what I can commit to for a lifetime no more. I thought I committed to that, but we gonna see. Yeah, $6. I don't even know what it is in Kansas City. I can't even lie and say I do
Who was it?
because I don't look.
Somebody was who told me today that they're in Oregon. Did they say that they was in Oregon and how much it was? I mean, if you got diesel, I know diesel is well over $5. Thanks, Agent Orange. Picking fights with other countries, some bully shit. Oh,
Yep.
girl, when you say Agent Orange, I'm thinking about
That
Vietnam.
tickled me.
I'm thinking about Vietnam.
She said,
Uh,
Agent Orange.
I
First of
don't,
all, for the person that you said you was talking to in Oregon, did you tell him to get out? Because what's in Oregon?
I mean, that's where they
Yeah.
live. I guess that's where they're from.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
think I knew black
It
folks
was
were
one of
in
my. It was
Oregon.
one of my subscribers in Oregon.
Mm-hmm. What's this? I
Now,
don't
if
know.
you start talking, if you start talking about Montana, then
Yeah,
that's different. Yeah,
that's what they sound kind of synonymous.
yeah. If you start talking
Oregon,
about Montana,
Montana,
yeah, that's different.
Utah.
It's some black people in Utah, but yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
That's but Montana, I don't think it's a whole bunch out there.
I got a girlfriend that says she wants to visit all 50 states and wants me to visit with her. Mm, I don't know what's in a whole lot of states.
That part. Oh my God,
I
that's
keep
when
traveling to the same
the
places.
flights
I
are
wouldn't,
finna
I
go
wouldn't
up.
be
You
against. I
got to
wouldn't be
be
against
gas
it. Hmm?
all 50?
off.
No
About
drinking.
what you
No
say?
drinking on the cruise. No, baby, it won't be no drinking on the cruise.
Not for me.
I'll just have the Kool-Aid package and the sweet tea and the
Well,
to be
you
quite
give
honest.
me a bottle of wine. I might drink my little wine. Well, I might drink my little wine. Just 'cause-
Mhm.
and then we got to buy it there because I refuse to put anything else in my suitcase to get from Houston to Florida. And no, I'm not paying for a bottle of wine, so I'm definitely gonna have to buy
Don't
it
they
there.
let you take one bottle?
Uh-huh.
Do
Okay.
they
That might
do?
tide me over because I want to be kind of sober. I want to see folks. I've been saying I want to go on that Virgin cruise because they got pineapples and things. I just want to see who got pineapples on their door so I can stand out in the hall and
But you
say,
know
oh,
what? They banned it.
it's
They
you.
banned it. They
They
banned
did.
it. They stopped them from being able to put pineapples on the doors. Yes.
For nosy people like me who ain't participating but just want to see.
But honey, my one, Coco and them, they're doing the RV life. My
Yes.
my old boss, him and his wife have been traveling in their RV for this should be like 4 years now. He's ex-military. He retired, and he was working at the company I worked with, and him and his wife 100% RV travel. And she said that they pulled up into one or they didn't know anything about that pineapple thing, and they pulled up into one RV park or whatever, and she noticed that a couple of the RVs had pineapples on the door, and she asked somebody, what's up with the pineapples, and they was like, oh, if you don't know what's up with the pineapples, then you
You don't need to.
I was like, I said, girl, I said, don't put no pineapple on y'all door. I said, people be knocking on your door.
I just feel like I just learned
We
about something today. I took-
Even if I was
we
into the pineapple thing, I ain't knocking on nobody though because they got a pineapple. I'm just not doing it.
but the
It's
thing is that,
crazy.
but if you're not into swinging, then of course you wouldn't knock on their door.
That's what I'm saying. Even if I was, I ain't knocking on nobody door.
Hmm.
Well, the thing is that that's a whole different
I ain't
lifestyle.
knocking on
Baby.
no door.
That's a whole different lifestyle.
Is it legal?
Yeah, I mean it's consensual.
Is it?
I mean it's consensual.
Yeah, they got spots for it. I mean, so I heard.
What happened? What you say, Kaylani?
She says illegal. I say they got spots for it, so I heard.
Yeah, they do. Here in Atlanta, they got trapeze. They got what's the other one? What's that other one? Because me and my ex went. We wanted to be nosy, so we went, baby. We bought the membership and everything. Venus. Do y'all remember the movie?
The yearly membership or the nightly membership?
No, we were just waiting. The difference between the nightly and the yearly was not that much, and he paid for it. It was Club Venus. It was over by Piedmont Park. And do y'all remember the movie Trois?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
And
Oh, as in the number three for French.
yeah, they had
Uh-huh.
they had Trois and they had Trois 2.
2. Mm-hmm.
So come to find out, the movie Trois was filmed at Club Venus, which was
Mm.
from Piedmont Park. So we wanted to go, but let me tell you, when we went up in there, it did not look nothing like the movie. It looked really nasty. You take your own alcohol because they don't sell alcohol. So you take your own alcohol, and then the bartender keeps your alcohol behind the bar. And whenever you want to drink, you go tell them you want to drink, and they make your drink. But when I say,
That's too
in
complicated.
in the movie Toi, it didn't look anything like what we saw. We was in there, and we was like,
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
You know,
We
I want to go to a strip club. I haven't done that yet. I just want to see what it's like. Now I know I'm gonna go in there with hand sanitizer and wipes because I think the only thing that'll make me feel comfortable is a blue light, and I'm almost afraid what the blue light will show me. But I just I kind of feel like I want to see it just to
You ain't
say
gonna stand there long. You put that blue light on. You turn around and coming up out of there. You coming out. Mhm.
I just want to see because you know what's weird? I know people who have stripped. Wonderful people, good people, all the things people. But I've just never been in a strip club. The funny thing is, the women who have stripped are like, you would not believe the kind of people that come in there. So it's like, oh my goodness. That's the thing that makes me want to go and see what it's like. I just want to be in there because I know too many kind-hearted.
Somebody say subscriber meet up in the strip club.
what? Wonder what? Wonder what? Somewhere?
Y'all can meet up at the strip
Subscriber meet
club
up
before
in
the
the strip
cruise.
club.
If you come to Atlanta, we will go to Magic City. They do have the best lemon pepper wings.
I'm mad we didn't go. I sure wanted to go. When I was there, I was like, when we
We
going to the
coming back to
club?
the ATL. We
When
coming
we
back
going
to
to
the
the club?
ATL.
Whenever I say Magic City got the best lemon pepper wings, they have the best lemon pepper wings in life.
I wasn't even gonna tell it, but I'm gonna tell the story.
Hey,
So I
bait
go to
man.
this girl. I go to a workout place and they had a stripper pole. So I'm like, oh, let me try it. You know, it can't be that hard. No, much respect. I'm telling you, if I go to a strip club, I'm going with ones because how they can hang upside down and stop and bust it and much respect. I'm gonna give you that. I mean, don't put it too close up on
Hey,
me. But I'm gonna give
the
you that
upper
much.
body strength you have to have for that.
Yes,
Yes. Uh-huh.
I did not know it was like that. Somebody said trapeze was grungy. I was ready to go because of the number of single men there. Yeah, they were like vultures. I can imagine.
Hmm.
She said, I'm 53. In my 20s and 30s, I went to a lot of strip. I know. I feel like I'm left behind. I do. I feel like it's a whole lot out there. And I'll probably only see it one time and then be like, okay, I can cross that off my list. But
Right.
I want to kind of
You
like
want to go
bungee
for bragging
jumping,
rights. So
zip
when
line,
you go to
Why,
a
why,
strip club, you're gonna be like, yeah,
get my street creds. Yeah, I've been there. That's what I
yeah.
do.
why, why can't your conversation comment has failed to post to Kimberly Bonet? Why is my? I'll put it on here. Go ahead, y'all.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to let everybody know that they need to send their email to anybody that's going on the cruise. Needs to
Hmm.
send their email to the season sisters at gmail.com because we're going to start sending out a monthly newsletter with
Right.
updates.
Hmm.
It won't let me type it in the chat in StreamYard, so I'll just put it here.
Oh, good
But
evening. Just got here. Who is this? Oh, Angel Peace. Hello, hello. Hey, Adrian Wright said, yeah, that's the one I just read. She went to a lot of strip. I'm just curious. I just want to find out and see. She said, I ain't missed nothing. I don't know. I feel like they got that upper body strength, Kit Kat. I do. I'm a woman who likes women. Like I don't like them in that way, but I like being in women's company and things like that. Like when a lot of women say we need some men up in here, I'm like, but do we though?
mhm,
I feel like
You're
we
right.
get enough time. I don't know. Because I
mhm,
see sometimes some women get different around the presence of men. And do we though? Do we need it?
mhm.
You know what? I wonder. I was talking to another friend. So yesterday, girl, I got a friend, former coworker, and we became friends. Every time I go out with her, I swear up and down, I ain't gonna be with this heifer but about 2 hours. I'm gonna give it 2 hours of my time, and after that, I'm coming back home. 4, 5 hours later, I'm like, I don't know where them other 3 hours went. but it's always an issue. But she and I were talking, and it was a matter of, as we get older, we were talking about some of the people, especially in our 20s, but absolutely in our 30s. We thought we're gonna be friends for life. This friendship thing is going nowhere. We're gonna ride it off the rails. And we were talking about it. I was like, I honestly don't even know in some cases what happened. In some, I know marriage happened. People get married, they get a little more isolated and things like that. But in a whole lot of other friendships, I'm just like, I honestly don't know what happened. She asked me if I was going to reach out and check on them, and I said no. And she thought that was kind of cold. And I thought, but I think once years have gone by, it's not going to be the same anyway. Some friendships you can not talk to somebody for a while and then you can pick back up. But in the case of you don't know what happened and it died out, no, it doesn't feel that way. I'm sorry, I feel like I just got heavy, but that's what we were talking about last night and it just popped on my mind. Where do
Well,
y'all stand on that?
the thing is that you have seasons with people. Everybody, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that happened. It doesn't have to be clashing of personalities or anything like. Sometimes you just not. I don't even like the term outgrow, because sometimes you do outgrow people. But then sometimes you get caught up in things that's going on with your life, and they get caught up in things that's going on with their life, and then
Right.
you know, time just keeps putting more distance between. It's nothing personal. I've
Mm-hmm.
had people that we used to be like really, really tight. And then, like you said, some people might get married, some people get in relationships, and then their focus change. Some people or start having problems with their children, and their focus change, or their parents get sick, or
Mm-hmm.
they get in school, they're focused on school, they get a new job, so they can't hang out like they used to. So it's like it's nothing personal. Me, if I'm at a point in my life where if you do cross my mind and we really were close and I still have your information, I might shoot you a text. I'm like, hey girl, just thinking about you. I know we haven't talked in a while. I'm not gonna throw out there we need to get together sometimes, because if I don't really feel like getting together, I don't feel like getting together. But I'll throw something out there and say, hey, just thought about you. Or if we're friends, you don't do social media so much, Kim, but if we're friends on Facebook, I'll just shoot you a little inbox and say, "Hey, girl, just thought about you." I just, with everything that I've experienced with losing so many people, um, I am someone who feels like if I think about you and you meant anything to me, I'll let you know that I thought about you. We don't have to rekindle anything.
And see, that's where I think I'm the opposite, because I went through a phase, especially in my family, year after year, someone died, lost someone. And it, after a while, I think I stopped even wanting to be close to people, because what, you're going to die too? Like it, I even had a friend, you're not supposed to just up and die in your 30s and 40s of heart failure. And it just, when that happened, I thought, well, God died. I had a cousin who died. He died the same way that his mother died. When he was an infant, he and his mother were laying in the bed and she died. We don't know what time exactly she died. They weren't real specific, but he was heavily soiled, very sweaty. He had been crying. So clearly some hours had gone by. And then for years later, for him to die in the same fashion, it really did kind of just make me pull back and just feel like I honestly don't feel like getting close to someone else that I'm going to have to bury, or someone else I'm going to have to lose anyway. So I know a part of that is me, PTSD, whatever you want to call it, to some degree. But I also feel like, I don't know, I feel like I should do better. It's kind of a thing on me where I know that I've kind of shut some people out, or I've kind of put up a wall. I haven't returned calls as quickly as I would have before. So it feels different. Someone said something about thanks, doll. Let me get in these comments. Communication does work both ways. Yeah, I'm willing to own my part too, because I
Yeah.
definitely have dropped some communication. What about you,
Same.
Kaylani?
Same.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have dropped some. Yeah. I need to work on that. I'm not really big on calling. I need to do better with that. I say that all the time. I lost some really, well, I won't say I lost, because if we were to see each other today, it wouldn't, it's no love lost, but I I can definitely say I didn't put in the work on calling, doing my part. I got
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with them doing the calling, and somebody want to feel like you thinking about them too.
That's true.
And
That's
see,
So
very.
that's my thing, is that I've always been a very um loving friend, caring friend, checking on you. Don't worry about it. We go out. I got you. I've always been that person. But as I've gotten older, reciprocity is very important to me. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had to pull back to see if you're just as much of a friend to me as I am to you. And
Mm-hmm.
I've learned over the years that I think some of it was my insecurity that was too afraid to step back and see if you would reciprocate. But now it's like, if especially, well, first of all, my circle is not as big as it used to be. I used to have a lot of people around me because of my insecurity. So I used to always have these people around me. I just had to. But it's like now, if you're not, if I'll call you, and if I feel like I'm the only one that's doing the calling, or I'm the only one that's saying let's go get something to eat, or if I'm the only one that's doing it, after a while I will fall back. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
understand people get busy. I understand people have things going on, but at the same time, I've learned to play my position. I've learned not to overplay my position in people's lives, and I've learned to give them the opportunity to show me that they value me and my friendship as much as I value theirs. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's you just have to know how to balance it out.
It's all about balance for sure.
Mhm.
I don't disagree with that at all.
At all.
You know, I think too that you're talking about it's not so much outgrowing other people, but I think that a lot of times I find it's been hard for people to accept that I may outgrow my doggone self. Like things I used like even just now when I was talking about the movies, things I used to like, I might not like that no more. And it's okay if I don't like that
Right.
no more. It's not about I've
Right.
gotten busy or whatever. I outgrew myself in some aspects. If you also outgrew some of that, then we're still hanging. If not, then not so much. But yeah, that's all different. Let me get back over here. Kimberly, that's exactly what I've done, distance myself so I don't have to feel the pain. And that's just what it is. It's all about trying to dodge that pain. You called that exactly. We all look amazing. Thank you so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Piece said I'm that friend that checks on everyone, but is seldom reciprocated. And I hate that. That I don't do. I will. Reciprocity is big, and it should be.
And see, the thing is, like with me, I used to always have these get-togethers at my house, especially in the summertime. Whenever I had a house, and it was like, it got to the
You
point
have
where
a
it's
house
like,
again?
Yeah, I definitely say, why are we saying when I had a house? We have a
no,
house.
I'm saying whenever before, when I had a house before,
Yeah.
my house was like that. Everybody on the weekend, Chloe, you cooking this week? They got to the point where, especially in the summertime, I was throwing barbecues. But I'm like, I'm dropping like $300, like twice a month, and y'all want to
Mhm.
walk in the house with really little to nothing.
And an
But I
appetite.
with not even an appetizer, and
No, I
it was
said appetite.
the appetite, yes.
Yeah.
And I was the one that was putting together when we would do the annual cabin trips. I'm the one who I have always been, and a lot of people are like, well, Chloe, we got married because of you. We met because of you, because I had, my group, the Lemon Squeeze, and
Okay.
then the Usual Suspects.
Come
So a
on,
lot of
matchmaker.
yeah, whatever. It was like I was the common denominator. But what I learned is that once I stopped, one nothing happening. And not only
Mhm.
that, but once I stopped, I see y'all going off and doing these things, but I'm not invited.
Without you? Oh, the nerve.
No, the thing is that okay, anytime I'm having a get together at my house, or let's all get together, because we had it at one time, like once a month we would all go out to try somewhere different to eat. I
Hmm.
was always the planner. I've always been, as they say, the line leader. And once I pulled back and stopped to see if anybody was going to either take up the task or either just invite me, I started seeing, y'all going on trips out of town and I'm not invited.
Hmm.
Or y'all decide that y'all want to go to, I don't know, out of the country, or y'all want to go, to here, and I'm not invited. And so it was like I started to realize that I was overplaying my position with people.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever just have a conversation with them and tell them as much, or you just quietly bowed out?
Because the thing is that if I was important as important to you as you were to me, I shouldn't have to bring it to your attention. But every time that I had something, or we got ready to go somewhere, or I was planning something, an annual trip, I always reached out to you. So if you plan something and you don't reach out to me, that lets me I shouldn't have to remind you of my importance to you. So I just
Mm-hmm.
fall back. I catalog it, and that's where we are. But
Mm-hmm.
the crazy part about it is that if I turn around and I do something and don't invite you, then you'll say something to me about it. Well, you didn't let me know that you was having this, it.
I'd have been like, let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it because you already showed me who you are.
See, that's the weird thing. If you ask me, I'll swear up and down, I am not a confrontational person. But da, da, da. If I see something weird going on, I'm kind of like, I don't think I understand what's happening here. Like what? And that it's not like I'm saying you did this and you did. I don't think I understand what's happening. Can you explain why? And then I'll go into whatever. And I have been told that it's still confrontational. It's softly confrontational, but I don't feel like that. I feel like it's clarity. And I don't operate, just like I was talking about how things are a mess and I need to clean up. I don't operate very well in clarity because the person has the right to tell me no. It's not like I'm going to insist. Well, I need you to tell me. I need you to explain. I need to, if once they tell me no, or even they can even just shoot me a BS answer. Once they do that, I'm good. Oh, okay. So we're not having a real conversation. We're not gonna be adults about it. Okay, I respect that, and well, I don't respect it, but I respect your decision to do that, and then I move on. But I don't know. I just I hate it when people say I'm confrontational because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like I seek clarity.
And I don't see why people would say that about you because I don't get
I don't
that
either.
from you.
I don't either.
I don't get that from you at all.
I've been told that, and I do. I know myself well enough to know that I have had a horrible temper. So sometimes I have to find myself asking, "Do I care enough to find out about this?" If I don't care enough to find out about it, I just bow out. The biggest compliment I can pay a person is asking for clarity. If I ask for clarity, that means I actually care enough to find out what's going on. Or if I say,
Right.
hey, I felt this way. What did you feel? Why are we seeing a difference here? That is the biggest compliment I can actually pay a person. The fact of the matter is, I don't pay that compliment to a lot of people. I just leave them right there.
And that's
So,
where that's me. To me, your actions is your clarity. I'm not going to question you, especially whenever it comes to um you show I am firmly a believer now. You show me who you are, and I just
I
don't.
believe.
I believe
mhm,
it. I believe it. So
I
it's
believe.
like if 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 you if I am not that important enough for you to think about me, for me that is my clarity.
mhm.
I
I think
will
I'm even
when I
more
say
strict with men
I
on
will
that.
fall back whenever I say I am now the queen of fallback.
Mhm.
I am the queen of fallback, and when I see you, I will look through your ass like you glass.
Next. Oh my goodness. Somebody said, oh, yes, Chloe, I understand that. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. That's exactly why I do not mix my friends as I get older because, oh, I know they're not going to be, yeah, having fun. I agree. Hey, y'all. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm ignoring you, so I'm reading them.
Oh no.
That's with my childhood friends. They go on trips, so I sit back. Then when I don't call, it's like, you good? I actually am. I can 100% relate to the get together events. That's you, Chloe, not being invited to other people's events. It hurt me, but yeah, move on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Same here, Chloe. Actions speak louder than words. Same, Kimberly. That's the Aquarian in you. Definitely agree with the fallback, and my fallback game is hard.
It's hard, baby. When I say it's so hard, it's so hard.
Yeah, it's harder for me to come back from it because once I've met, I don't know. I think because I don't reach dundum quick, I actually give a person another chance. Oh, okay, that's what you did with that one. That's oh, okay. Now I'm done. And then once I reach that level of done,
I'll give you a chance too. I actually gave a
hmm
couple. people several chances, but
Mhm.
I, after say, look, after
I don't.
at some point, I got to start blaming myself if I keep taking the same
Yep.
behavior over and
Yep.
over and over again. I just refuse to. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Well,
I
y'all
ain't
know I
gonna
used
do
to be the queen of forgiveness and the queen of letting it slide and the queen of it's okay. But now,
it. I see, but I forgive you. I forgive you. I just don't fuck with you. But
the
I
Mhm.
thing,
forgive you.
and that's why. But the thing is I'm kind of like at a point where you don't, depending on what it is,
Oh
you don't give
Lordy.
no second chances. My best friend, she says, "Girl, you know you will cut off quick, and that's a woman or a man." I just have gotten to that point in my life where once you show me who you are, y'all know I'm trying to get this thing right. Once you show me who you are, that's who you are, and that's okay.
I think I'm worse with men. I'm quicker to cut a man off than I am a girlfriend, just because I think
Okay.
I've known so many women who have been traumatized, who have been hurt, who have issues, who have trust issues. I can't tell you how many times I've heard women say they don't like women. That's why they don't hang out with women. And I'm just like, oh, she needs to heal. And there's a part of me that just wants to see her healed. I want us to kumbaya. But as I've gotten older, and when I say that, I mean only in just the last couple of years, because I got a friend I've been trying to play Captain Save a Girl for a good minute. I've tried talking to her about don't keep going back to this. Yeah, she done had a whole man get married on a whole bunch of other things, and I'm just like, you're better than that. You're not just keep trying to big up her. But then I had to step back and say, but you as a friend to me, you're not so great. You're not so great. And I don't know, that's been hard. So I know that about myself. I'm harder on men than I ever am on women. Kimberly, you're not confrontational, and Chloe, you're not wrong. Many people will spend more time trying to spin the situation by gaslighting you and trying to make you feel like you're second. Yeah, yeah, I've second guessed myself on a lot of things, only to find out, dang, I should have stuck with my first mind and left them whole, complete, and totally alone.
Only time I second guess nowadays, or did I cuss them out too hard, or did I cuss them out hard enough?
Ah, baby. I just,
That,
ooh,
that is the
baby.
only thing I second guess now. Did I cuss them out hard enough, or did I cuss them out too hard? Got to find that balance. Got to find that balance, baby.
You know what used to bother me for a while? Because I told y'all I grew up in the hood, but it used to bother me that the people I grew up with were bothered that I didn't want to go back there too much more. It almost was like, I got something to prove. I'm real. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm this and that. And it came to a point, thankfully, in my 20s, especially when I became a mother. I'm telling you, so many times being a mother saved me from a whole lot of mess. I mean, more than I can even imagine. But I think it came to a point where I just realized I can't heal in the same environment that I was toxic in. I had to remove myself from that mess in order to be better. And then when I look back, I see a lot of people that I knew from before who still are in that mess and still can't see it, who still see me as, oh, you went and got bougie, or you went and got, I went and got better. And I
Mm.
don't even know what the harm is of saying that. Let me see. Yeah, I gave it a chance, especially when I'm not without flaws. Depends on what happened too. Yep, somebody's over there cracking up. Who knows about what? Because y'all probably saying something. My cutoff game is equal opportunity cutter offer. Cutter offer.
You know, Kim, even though I am quote unquote back in the neighborhood, is twofold. Number one, the neighborhood is now 60%. No, I ain't gonna say 60. I say 40%.
Hmm.
No longer us. That's it.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I
No,
didn't
no, no,
mean
no, no, no.
that.
Hold on. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's twofold
Uh huh.
because um, even though the demographics have somewhat changed, there's so much of the area that's still the same. It's so much of the area that is still houses some of the kickback spots from back in the day. The old, Bigelow's is up on Gresham Road, and Silk 2 is up on Candler Road. And so people from our neighborhood, still a lot of people from our neighborhood that still live over here, but there's a lot of people in our neighborhood that don't live over here, but they still come back here and they still frequent those spots. And I get the same thing that you get, because it's like I don't want to go to Bigelow's with the
Mhm.
with the sew and kiss and the condoms in the cigarette machine
Mhm.
with the carpet on the wall. I don't want to go there. I don't want to
Carpet on the
go.
wall.
Girl, yes, on the DJ booth, yes. I don't, even though they got the best fish and chicken and all this other stuff, and but on Tuesdays they be run. I mean, literally running across the street to get up in there. You in there tight and you sweat and it stank, and they got the $5 Long Islands, and I'm looking at you, and it's like you could tell you could you some people you can just tell they never left the hood. Even if they left the hood, they never left the hood. And you run into the guys and they're like, whenever we was in high school, I used to always I had a crush on you back in the day. Leave that.
Back in the day.
Hey.
Right.
So
Hmm.
I would have these conversations on Facebook, and a lot of the because you see the same people doing the same thing. It's like you haven't grown,
Wondering why life ain't better.
you haven't matured.
Hmm.
Um, Even if you have money with a good job, you still mentally are still back in that era. And I'm looking at the women, I'm looking at the men, and I'm like, it's just, that's just not my thing. And so
Hmm.
but the thing is that they're like, oh, you think you better, oh, you Hollywood now, and you, especially when like I moved downtown, it's like I can't even say that I enjoyed my apartment because it was like, oh, you think you better than did this than the third. You can't come back to the hood. You too good to come to the hood. Um,
Yes. Oh.
yes,
Yes.
yes, I'm
Yes.
too good. I'm too good to be up in Bigelow's with the $5 Long Island iced teas and the same Negroes doing the same thing. You got the dope dealers from 1984 and 1995 that's still talking about the dope game in 2026 and how they used to have it like that.
How big they used to be and what they had back then.
And still dressing like it, still looking like it, and just
Baby, don't nobody care about that 82 colors you had back in
baby,
the days with the red
Yeah.
top.
nobody
Nobody
don't
care.
care about that. Your PP don't even work. You got diabetes. You
Oh.
too big. Your PP don't work. Some of y'all don't move back in with your mama. You on your fourth divorce. You got 8 kids by 10 women. I'm like, I don't want to go back there.
Then mad the kids don't talk to you. They don't like my kids don't even like me.
Hmm. It's that same mindset. I think for me, I wouldn't even mind if we had kept all the houses we ever had, that would have been great. I wouldn't even mind living in some of those. But yeah, that's why when you said the neighborhood, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't mind the neighborhood. It's the mentality, it's the mindset,
Yes.
it's that poverty mindset that I just can't stand. Like,
Me
God, dog.
either. That grinds my gears.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love a good back in the day conversation, and I love a throwback and nostalgia. But some people will just live back there, and then there's some people that just they I what I've come to understand looking at them going to Silk Two and Bigelow's and Dudley's is that that's where they're comfortable. That's
Mm-hmm.
where you couldn't take some of these people that go to those places and take them outside of those areas. They will not feel comfortable in those areas. They are they're star. They're Beyonce and Jay-Z in those areas. But if they go
Mhm.
somewhere else, they won't get
Yes.
the same kind of shine that they get in those areas.
Mhm.
Let me tell you something. So I got ready to go out just to listen to a little live music. This was last summer with a friend of mine, and she was like, "Well, what are you going to wear? What are you?" I don't usually go to clubs like this. I'm like, "It's not really a club; it's a lounge. Think of a lounge type of place, and kind of get dressed for that." So we talk about it. I go over there. She sees what I'm wearing, and she was like, yeah, I don't dress like that. I don't go to places like that. And I said, well, here's the difference though. So for me, I'm actually not even looking for a man. She is. She's very much interested in getting with somebody and da 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 da. But she's tired of the same old Negroes well, that means you got to do something different. You got to dress a little different. You got to go to different spots. You got to do all whatever. And her response to me was, that feels fake to me. So I think I don't understand. Either you get to a point where you're sick of whatever you're going through and you want something different, or you cool with it and you keep dressing and going to that same old place. And that again, that was a point where I realized, oh, so we ain't supposed to hang out. We're not going to vibe with that. But at the same time, she's talking about how broke the men are, how they don't do this, they don't. But you want to go to the same places and wear the same things, and
Don't keep going to the dumpster and mad that you picking up trash. That what's gonna happen if you keep going to the dumpster. You cannot go in the
you
dumpster.
need that on the t-shirt. You need to put that on. They go to the dumpster, mad you getting trash.
Mad because you picked up trash. That's just yeah. That's
Yeah.
like my little spot I like to go to because I like to play cards and dominoes. I'm like, damn, I keep coming out of here with some bullshit.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, ain't been back.
That
Well,
makes
I'm not
sense.
saying I won't ever go again. If I want to, if I know somebody, we're gonna meet up there and place a couple, run a couple of hands, then yeah, I'll go. But other than that, I ain't going up and down because no, I don't want to keep going in the dumpster pulling out trash.
I can't even tell you how many times I've walked into a club and the first thing I want to know is where's the other door?
Yeah.
Where's like how do I and I it finally dawned on me, dummy. If you gotta walk in and that's the first thing you're thinking about, you had not to be walking in. Like that's just not where you belong. That's not your vibe anymore. Because the real people who love those places ain't looking for that second exit.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to see where did I leave off. Yes, it's sad. Stop reliving in the past. You ain't lying. I'm from a
Mm.
small town, Athens, Georgia. Ain't that where Nene was from?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Huh.
Nene and Phaedra, they're
I
both.
was gonna say Shady Faye Faye.
Speaking of Nene, did Nene just get engaged or was that AI?
That was
Did
probably AI.
anybody see that? Oh,
Because
okay.
Nene says she dating everybody. Honey, how about what I'm mad about Nene? I don't
You're
be
dating
because
everybody.
you know they just canceled Love and Hip Hop. Thank God, I'm ready for them to cancel Real Housewives of
That
Atlanta.
show ain't been on. I
No,
haven't watched it since
but
Jocelyn had an abortion.
Nene keep talking about she ain't had
That
no
was
plastic surgery.
that was hip hop.
She keep talking about she ain't had no plastic surgery.
Nene,
I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not a
Nene
Nene.
Leakes?
I am not a Nene fan.
Oh,
I
she
am not.
means a scalpel. Okay, she got it in the technical sense because I had to break that down. She's
What?
probably had fillers and suction
No,
and
baby. No, baby.
you
Nene
get her
has had
boobs
surgery.
done.
Nene's
She's
nose is about this big. Nene hold
is it
fillers put fills in.
in? Yeah.
No, Nene has been sliced
Oh, I hate it when they lie like
and
that.
she has been sliced and diced. She done had it sucked out, put it in. Um, but I haven't been a Nene. I have
She
not
looks
been.
different, but she look good.
I haven't been. She looks like a plastic doll to me. But I haven't been a Nene Leakes
She
fan
ain't
since
look Kim yet.
she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm just one of those people. I don't like somebody who Nene is big with gaslighting. She's big with throwing the rocks and hide her hand and playing victim. And I just people like that grates my nerves. And I'm just not forgiving whenever it comes to that. I
I think
just
I haven't seen it enough, but I know one of the last times one of the last times I saw her, she said one of the truest things I've seen on reality TV. Portia was like, "Don't act like you ain't done this before. Don't act like you ain't never been fighting." Nene turned over so smooth. She said, "Did they get it on film? Was it on tape?" And I said,
That
"You know what?
part.
That's the part that matters." Not ever since then, I said, "Yeah, I like that. That was a good one." But I don't know. I don't. I think I don't keep up enough to really be abreast of what all's happening. Like even with this 50 Cent and Ti thing, somebody was asking me. I think that was last week. What did I think of that? I was like, I think 50 Cent is messy, but I don't know all the particulars. It could be a thing where Ti is actually wrong, but it just every time I turned around, it felt like 50 Cent was picking on a woman, and I can't. That happens to be one of my greatest pet peeves. I hate it when men get involved in women's stuff. There's a thing right now where a lady, and I probably get the number wrong, but I want to say she said she's 5'7" and weighs 176 pounds. Have y'all seen that? She's wearing like a green onesie, but she gets on there and she says, "I'm 5'7", I weigh 176 pounds. This is what it looks like, ladies." Clearly, she's talking to women. She's telling women that, some of us have body dysmorphia. We think that the number on the scale dictates all of this other stuff. Whole bunch of men started jumping on there. Y'all fat bees need to stop telling women it's okay to be fat. Y'all need to stop telling them this, that. And I thought she wasn't even talking to y'all, first of all. Secondly, she's a woman, I think she lost 100 pounds already. I could be completely wrong. If y'all know in the comments, get me together. But I think she had already lost 100 pounds. So she used to weigh 276. Now she's 176. And she's saying, I'm on my weight loss journey. And men are all up in the comments talking about how fat and disgusting and we sick of this. And that's why Black women are alone now. I was like, really? Because as a Black woman, I thought we was choosing.
I'm getting so tired of hearing men don't understand that's not even a threat anymore.
No, it
Right.
isn't.
And I say that I'm like, y'all act like y'all are the freaking prize. That's not even a threat. I was looking on you. Okay, first let me show this. You see what I say? Hold on, let me see if
Mm-mm.
let me bring it up close. You probably can't
Yes.
see.
You might have to read it to it. I got my
Yeah.
glasses
You,
on. I can't
you see
see.
why
I,
it says
I,
you blocked this account.
Not you
Uh,
talking about the block party on it.
but I blocked 50
Hey,
Cent.
honey, why she got us leaning in? We like, what?
Baby, baby,
Who like?
I blocked 50 Cent. He blocked. I blocked him. I did.
Oh, he was commenting on you?
No, I blocked him because I don't want to see that foolishness on my time.
Oh, okay. I got it.
I'm trying to get back to being
Positive.
very positive and very
Yeah.
cognizant of the energy that I took in. And so send him to the
He's sassy. It's very funny to me because I'm like, dude got a ton of money. He's already, I don't know why he's being sassy. I don't understand the sassiness of it all.
I wrote a blog about him on Substack. And I was just basically saying that, to me it's such a turn off to see men who get excited even just people. It's a turn off
Where
to me
he
to
got
see
all this
people get
goddamn
so
time
excited
at though?
to get excited about, especially at our age, somebody about his pettiness and co-signing and big up in him and stuff like that. But I'm like, at the end of the day, Ti has a whole family. That's the biggest flex there is.
It used
We
to be no wife and kids, though. That's the part I'm
it
not
used to be
understanding.
at our age.
Man,
At our age, it is, and the thing it's about having family. And the
How
thing
old
is
is
that,
50? Ain't he
you know
our age?
he 50.
yeah.
We get
Yeah.
so caught up in money. We're so enamored with people having money. But there are so many people that have money that will tell you that they are so unhappy. They thought money
Mhm.
would change it. They're unhappy. They don't have any true friends. They're always suspect about whoever is really with them for them or with them for money. Money will not, it will buy you things, but even as I've gotten older, I've learned that things don't even, they don't move me anymore. If
Not
I
only
had
that,
money,
but then you
if I
start trying to clean your things out because you got too much.
right. And the thing is that whenever you get older, who's gonna be there? And the people that are there, are they there for you? Or are they there for you
Money.
because you have money?
It'll
If
be the
you get
money.
sick, if you get cancer, who's going to visit you? All these people that you have basically shitted on and talk trash about, who is going to be there for you should something happen? Your money, somebody else is going to end up enjoying your money, and you'll be dead.
Let
Who
me
you
tell
going
you what I know to be true. Having moved my mother from one place to another because we're moving her, we're in search of the best care, right? So I've moved her from different places. Here is what I have seen every single time I've moved her. The men are not visited. The
to?
men are not very social. I'm sure they have families, they have kids and stuff, but on Mother's Day, we had to circle for a place to park. Father's Day, baby, I could park in handicap. I could park on the front. I could park at the Dell. It
Mhm.
didn't matter because those people aren't showing up for those fathers. The women play bingo. They have all their little social activities and games. The men, not so much. And I feel like that's very telling. So that threat that men have of you're gonna be with your cats and all that, and I think it genuinely applies to them. It does not apply to women. But again, too, the other thing I notice is that I feel like, and maybe it's not even true, it could be my paranoia. I drop in, I call, I do whatever. My mother has a camera in her room. I'll press the button. Hey, what y'all doing in there? Like when the workers are there, what's like you in my way. I can't really exactly see what's the problem. She seems upset or she seems agitated. So I don't want y'all to just think the camera's on and in the corner. I wanted them to know, no, I'm actually like, this is TV. What y'all doing? Uh-huh. Yeah. But except I don't turn the channel and it ain't on mute. Like
Right.
I'm, you got to be involved. And I feel there's a part of me that used to want to feel bad. I feel trifling because I don't feel bad. At first, I wanted to feel bad for those men. Like, dang, why don't nobody show up for them? What's going on with that? And I don't anymore because it tells me that if they got here at 70, 60, whatever old they are, then that means 20, 30, 40, 50. They weren't doing what they should have done. They weren't quite right. And I mean, I'm not going to say my mother was the absolute best or the absolute right in all the things that she did, but I never went to bed hungry. She never not filled the refrigerator. You know what I mean? Like she had some things that she suffered from her own mother
Mm-hmm.
because people try to act like slavery and all that stuff is very far removed. But my grandmother picked cotton and my mother helped her.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't, so I'm the first generation who has not picked cotton. So I'm not going to play like it's oh so far away. That's just not what I'm doing here. And I'll never forget. I went to DC and they had this area where they were talking about plantation and cotton and all that other stuff and how hard it is to get the cotton out of the bowl. I already knew that because my family's from Mississippi. Every field I saw, I thought, oh, is that cotton? Is that, oh, I'm getting some history. I'm getting some. Finally, my grandmother got tired of me and pulled me by one of my thick ponytails. Thank God it was thick because she was not gingerly when she pulled it. You want to see what cotton looks like? And she dragged me over. She showed me a cotton field and all of that other stuff. And she told me her own stories of what it was like to toil and bale and all of that other stuff. And it gave me a full appreciation. So I just hated. I remember when I'm all off on the tangent, so forgive me for a second, but I remember when we first elected Obama. And do y'all remember people were saying, oh my gosh, we are post racial. Yay, America, we're post racial now. Racism is done. And it was all this wonderful thing. And then you see the very next clown that America elected. So it let you know. And I never believed it. I never really thought it. I remember my father crying. And it was only the second time I'd ever seen my father cry. He cried when his mother died, and he cried when, Obama was elected. But I didn't quite believe it, and he didn't either. Neither of us believe it, but we thought we took this huge step forward. And now to see how far back we've stepped again, and I just hate it. I hate it when people say, that is so far removed. Like you're holding, no, my mother picked cotton. She didn't have to pick it for a living. She picked it to help her mother so her mama could hurry up and come home and cook. So we're not going to play like it was oh so far ago. In my office, not my office, in my classroom, in my little office area, I should say, I have a little fake cotton thing that I got from Hobby Lobby that's at the base of my thing. Because whatever else I have, my pictures of my daughter or my pictures of my granddaughter and all that, whatever else I have at the base of this is cotton. I am never going to forget my family had to pick cotton. When people tell us that we're second rate citizens, I was pissed when Katrina happened and they were being treated like, just thieves and looters and all of these people were trying to survive. And so I'd never listen when people try to tell me that, because what I know to be true is people whose skin is heavily melanated like mine, their blood is in the soil of America. I
Mm-hmm.
know that their sweat is in the soil of America. You're not going to tell me I'm any kind of second rate citizen or any of that stuff. And I sure didn't mean to go on that tangent. So let me shut up and I'm head over to the comments. And over here it says, yep, I got to keep my head on the swivel at a place I don't want to be there. I'm talking about it, Stephanie. That's right. My safety is a priority, and folks don't want to see you do better. That's the truth. Sheba, I used to love the blonde pig. What? Oh, that's you, Chloe. Okay, what's the blonde
Mm-hmm.
pig?
It's a restaurant that's in Athens that we
Oh,
used that
okay.
we used to go to after we went to the UGA games.
Okay, got it. Insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. She definitely had a nose job and maybe a facelift. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks Nene looks better now than she did before. Because before she had
Oh, I think
like,
she looked good. I ain't gonna take that from her.
yeah,
I think
oh, okay. Because I was like, her teeth, each tooth looked like it was about half an
well,
inch big.
them
Mm-hmm.
a little piano kids, but other than that, yeah, she looked good.
She looked better than me. Not your average first lady. Hey, Casey. If you go into the same places, you will get the same results. I changed up
Yes,
everything. I was doing, and my whole life changed for the better. And there's nothing fake about me. God will tell it. The only thing original on Nene, I'm sure, is her voice. Oh, but that time
Girl,
she
that's
said,
what
"You
made
went
me
and
laugh.
got you arrested," had me rolling. Is Greg deceased? Not the
Mm,
husband, the son. Did did one of her sons pass away?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because I want to laugh about him being in jail if he was gone. Bless his heart. That's a southern thing. Every time you ever notice, every time you say something you ain't got no business saying, you come back with
Oh, bless his
bless his
heart.
heart. That don't make it better. Let me see. I blocked 50 when I didn't. He even supported Trump.
I didn't know that.
Disgusting. Well, we know what kind of men responded. The bees. Yeah. I'm so tired of sassy men. Me and you both. He's a miserable person, right? Can't stand a sassy man. How did all these comments get by? 50 is lost. He is that. He turned his back on his own
I
son.
don't know how 50 got that much time. Like, where you getting all this time? Because I'm short of time. Like, there's not enough time in the day for me to get everything done between trying to film, trying to work, trying to pay bills, trying to find out who the fuck raising up these gas prices. I ain't got no time level. So where you get all this time from to just be sitting up messing with people and their mamas?
All the time, man, you're doing too much. And that little boy, the one that went off, what's his name, King?
King, he said don't play about his mama.
I was standing by him 100% on that. I ain't
Yes.
always stood by him because I think he got a little touch. But yeah, he a little touch, but he was right about that. Somebody said true quote. I'm not sure. Love that, Kimberly. Here's one. Black people are the very fiber of, yeah. Black people are in the fiber of every part of this word. Henrietta Lack. I started reading that book. Are y'all familiar with her? Where they took her DNA and they've done so many studies and all of this. They've never credited her family, nor have they paid her. But there's a whole lot in the medical field that we know now due to this Black lady, Henrietta. I started reading that. I couldn't finish that book. I cried like a newborn baby. If you've never heard of it, just kind of look it up. I ain't gonna tell you to read it because it's a hard read. But yeah, check into that. Who was
Mm.
that said that? Sugar, sugar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said something with that book. That's a hard one. Let me see. The story of her is amazing. You must read it. I can't do it. I cannot do it, Angel. I cannot. But it is amazing. Chloe, put that on your list. You like to read
What?
the story of Henrietta Lack. It's a big.
Who is she?
What'd you say?
Who is she?
She's a Black woman that was really maltreated by the medical field. Because, back in the day, they used to think, oh, Black women don't feel pain like we feel. So they would do studies on us and they would not anesthetize us, whole hysterectomies with no anesthesia. Can you even imagine the pain? But anyway, they ended up taking a lot of her DNA to learn things. Basically, think of her as the original stem cell research person and you'll get it. But her family, I don't think to this day has ever been paid. If y'all know, let me know. But I'm pretty sure she's never been paid. I didn't know there was a movie.
Oh,
Maybe I can get through the movie because I couldn't get through the book. Hello, ladies. Hi, Miss Robin. All right, y'all light me up. Y'all see, I keep going to the dark side. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I need a drink. Lighten my little mood or something.
Let me take a sip of man water.
With your H2O. I don't even have that one. One thing I know we've talked about privately that I kind of wanted to bring up is the idea of being the strong friend.
Mm,
How do y'all feel about being the strong one or the strong friend in a group?
I'm tired.
Hmm.
Really?
I'm tired.
I always feel like somebody needs to speak up for us because people just think you got this. You're.
Yeah, that's the part. Yeah, that's the part. Like, no, I bleed. You cut me, I'm gonna bleed too. You know,
It goes
so
back to what I said about always being the line leader, and it got to the point where it was like it became expected. Nobody had to do anything because they knew Chloe was going to do it. I'm tired.
You know
Um,
what though? I have a
I'm
lot of guilt about it, and I'm gonna tell you why. My mother, I'm the youngest of all the kids. Just to give you a little history, my mother and father got together, got married, had kids together. They got divorced, had kids apart, came back together, and I'm the last kid that they had together. I myself, I love my parents. I'm glad I'm here. But I don't think I've ever quite understood remarrying the same person you divorced. You divorced them for a reason.
Mhm.
But that's not what this is about. The one thing I regret though is that my mother had put me in charge of her finances and things like that. It just so happened that at a time that we're getting ready to move her and all of that, I had a whole bunch of blackout dates at my job. And I'm like, okay, I think I can trust my brother and my sister to help in, step in. And when I tell you they screwed up so many things with her finances and things, I carried the guilt of that. But it's also kind of odd that that weight had been put on my shoulders in the first place. Like I always felt like to some degree it should have been disseminated. But to have not done it in that one time, the one time I didn't show up, it has proven disastrous. So I do feel a little bit of guilt about that, being the strong one and not being strong in that moment or not being available in that moment. I wish I wasn't working at the time. It would be different. Wait a minute. Hello, ladies. Someone said, I'm tired. There we go. I'm tired. I'm always the strong one. Yeah, I'm the fixer. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's like hard. I gave up a lot of my teenage years being the strong one too.
Mm,
Watching kids when I didn't even have kids yet. So it's hard. And that too is a part of why I enjoy my singlehood now. People talk about, do you feel lonely? And I don't understand why people say that. Being alone is not the same thing as being lonely at all.
thank
I've
you.
only
Thank
been
you.
lonely in a relationship. I've only been lonely in a relationship. People do not understand that. There's nothing like laying next to somebody that you're not well connected with. That is when you're lonely. But you said thank you, Kay. What you saying about that? What you
Yeah,
thinking?
because I agree. They are not the same. They are
Mm-mm.
not the same. No, not. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's been rough. I'm trying to read the comments. I'm sorry.
What you doing over there?
You said
Cloud.
me or Chloe? Oh,
huh?
Come on. I said, what you doing over there?
Uh, Writing down some notes to make sure that I don't forget as far as, yeah,
Oh, okay.
us.
Got
As far as us.
hmm.
Okay.
I tell you one thing I've learned though, with regard to being alone versus lonely and all that other stuff, is I've
Mhm.
been invited to a whole lot of arguments and problems, and I've realized I ain't got to attend all them argument parties that I've been invited to. I have found peace in stepping back in a way, which is actually how I ended up getting that last divorce. I realized that I was with someone who was always on go mode, and it didn't suit me. So stepping back in a way, it's so many things. Sometimes I say, I want to think about 50 things I've learned since turning 50.
Mhm.
And 50 and some change, because I still got more I could say. Let me see. You have to be able to enjoy your own company. A lot of people can't actually. A
Mhm.
lot of people
And
cannot
you be
enjoy their own
surprised a
company.
lot, and that is so crazy to me. Cause baby, let me tell you something. I love the time with myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quiet. I'm chilling. Sometimes I be in the bed and I'm like, oh, I am. This is like the happiest place on earth.
Rubbing your feet together.
Sometimes, yes, you do it, busting a couple of angel wings. Sometimes I just like to be quiet. Ain't nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong. I ain't you walking. Ain't nothing wrong. I just like to be quiet.
You know what? I'm gonna tell this story about you when we met. Um, we were all up in Atlanta, and you were looking so serious, and I was like, what's wrong? Like, what are you thinking? What are you? Nothing. I just have my face like this. Like sometimes I'm just sitting here thinking, y'all remember that? I was like,
I
oh,
Baby,
okay.
I would think myself up out my sleep. Don't pay me no attention. If your feelings would be hurt, you think over there talking about Kate. Well, I wonder what Kate thinking. Not about you,
Yeah.
baby. I don't even see you.
I think I remember that. When we upstairs, were we upstairs? I think I remember that. We were
Cause I'll
upstairs.
check out. I'll check out and start thinking about something.
Mhm.
And sometimes your mind be off on something else.
Yeah.
That goes back to the the thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I probably ain't no telling what I was thinking about. I could have been thinking about anything at that
Oh, I
time.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Right.
it
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
nothing to do with you. My
No.
mind, honey, so I, because first of all, we going through menopause, so your mind is all over the place, and you'll be talking straight to me, and my mind is thinking about something else, and it's not that I'm
Right.
being rude,
Down the
just
street, around the corner.
just like just a few minutes ago, y'all just talking, honey, and I have to write it down
When we
whenever
think,
I'm thinking about it, because if I don't, I will never remember it again.
Right.
I cannot believe I'm saying this, and I gotta find out what I need to do next. But I really do think I'm postmenopausal. Haven't had a hot flash in a good minute because I think my hallelujah surgery threw me into it, and now it's like it's over. It wasn't even that long, but it felt extreme at the time. Like when I had hot flashes, it was a crazy hot flash. I was with my friend when she had her first one, and she was like, "Oh my God, what's wrong? Do I need to call an ambulance?" And I'm like, What are you talking about? What are you feeling?" And she said, "I'm just all of a sudden it's like whoosh. It feels like somebody threw gasoline on me." She was really afraid and worried, and I could not stop laughing. And I finally had to tell her, "Baby, that's a hot flash. It's gonna pass in a few minutes." And she said, "No, I think I'm dying. I think something's wrong." No, it's just a hot flash.
KB, speaking of the hallelujah surgery,
Uh-huh.
what advice would you give someone who was just told that they had to have the hallelujah surgery and they're scared about it? What advice would you give to that person?
If you're scared about the pain, I wouldn't be so scared about that because it's really not a painful procedure. The way they do it now, the way I had mine done, they went in. Uh, there's like three little points on my tummy, and
Hmm.
they went in through that. They did the little laser treatment, cut things away, and you basically, for lack of a better term, you give birth to your uterus. So they're cutting it away and it passes through your vagina. They don't even pull it out of your gut. So
Hmm.
the incisions are not that small. When I say not even a dime size, there are three little incisions. What I did was I left my fallopian tubes, I want to say, and they took
Hmm.
out the uterus. My hallelujah surgery came too late. I'm gonna tell you, I was ready to have it in my 20s because I had fibroid tumors and painful
Hmm.
menstrual cycles and all of that stuff. But first, I'd say first thing you do is get a second opinion just to be sure. And then once you've done that, you go in, you get it. For me, I'm a person who doesn't do well on drugs, but that's because I don't smoke weed. I don't, my vice is alcohol. So when I'm on a narcotic, my dreams are crazy. I'm like Alice in Wonderland. Everything's colorful. And I've literally awakened. Sometimes I have to sit there. And it reminds me of my mother's Alzheimer's. It's so scary because my mother wakes up with Alzheimer's and she has to lay still. She can't figure out where she is, what's real, what's not. That's how I wake up when I'm on a drug. So I just be
Hmm.
laying there waiting to figure out and find out what's going on. Girl, I had a Monaco. That ain't nothing but a drink. Had a Monaco one time too late at night and dreamt that I missed my daughter's wedding. When I tell you I woke up, I was ready to cry. I was so upset. I was highly emotional. I called her and I could hear her laughing. But that's for me. The narcotics of it is probably the worst part. The surgery itself, the healing itself, none of that's bad at all.
What
Yeah,
was your
don't.
downtime like?
What was my downtime of pain that day?
Uh-huh.
It felt bad that day, but as long as I stayed on top of the medication, it
You were
wasn't.
good.
And you need to stay on top because I'm a person, I don't like taking drugs. Stay on top of the medication because that's how your body heals. It's hard to heal when it's in pain. So you stay on top, and by the next day, it felt tender. I
Hmm.
literally have had menstrual cycles that were worse than the pain of the surgery. So that's how when I say my hallelujah surgery came way too late, it was like 20 years too late. I wish I could have had it in my 20s, but no one would approve me. They were like, "Oh, you're probably not done having children. Still got one." It was just that one. Like I could have had the surgery. But yeah, don't fear that at all. And now I walk by the aisles at Walmart passing tampons. You feel good. Yeah, you ain't got me no more.
Well, let me ask you this, because Kim, it probably doesn't apply to you. But Kay, since you
Uh-huh.
started, and everybody that's in the chat who have is in menopause, do you still have symptoms around that time of the month?
Yes. Even after the
You do,
surgery, I
you do
still
Kimberly? Uh-huh.
after this because I left part of it in. So after the surgery, it's like, oh, this must be when I would have. It feels like a child has hugged me around my midsection or something, but it's not painful. It's just a hug. It's
I
like,
can
oh,
I can feel a
I'm
certain level
about
of
10 I'm about 10 weeks from full menopause. I'm still peri, but at the beginning, yes. Now,
oh,
not
so
so
you
much.
haven't had the surgery.
Mm-mm,
Oh,
mm-mm.
bless your heart. You lucky. Lucky that you didn't need it. Like you never had to go through the need of it.
I still have cravings. Where I can tell it's that time of it's usually that time of I still have cravings.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I still feel, that discomfort you used to feel whenever you know your period is going to come on. It's not cramps, but you used to feel like a slight discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I will feel that, and then I'll look up, and it's like around the 20th, and that's when my cycle used to
That's
come.
what. Oh my God, that's when my
Mhm,
fake cycle used to be around the
mhm,
20th. But I
mhm.
don't have the symptoms no more. Like I know, no. Remember them nipples used to be so.
And the thing is,
You couldn't even lay on your stomach. Oh,
mine still get tender. Mine still get tender.
I no, I don't have anything, and that just stopped a couple of months ago.
So
Baby,
that's
it was like clockwork. I look at the clock, I look at the calendar, and like, oh, okay, I'm on my fake cycle.
Not
not a
the
fake
fake
cycle.
Not the. You know what I hate about not having a cycle right now, not having a cycle anymore, is
Hmm.
that I don't have a significant other that I can just jump off the dresser all the time and don't have to worry about getting pregnant.
Baby,
I have not been able to take this thing for a ride like I want to take it for a ride.
Mm-mm.
y'all take it for a ride. We ain't gonna tell nobody.
I ain't got nobody to take it for a ride with, baby.
Really can ram
You
in a
know,
circle. You
you
be
know how you
physical.
be, you know how whenever you got your trip, I remember the times where I've had a trip like, dang, I came on my cycle. Now I gotta try and figure out how to use this cup. That thing was nasty. But then my ex,
I
he didn't
use
care. He was the king of just get in the shower. Let's just get in the shower. Well, baby, now I ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't gotta worry about if I'm gonna get it, if I'm not gonna get it, if we go on the trip, I might. I ain't been able to take that thing for a ride. I just want to take it for a ride.
Mm-mm.
I ain't been able to take it for a ride.
Took mine for a ride. It's been a minute, but it was
I ain't sure mine got wheels on it no more, but that's all right.
it was painful, y'all.
It
It
was
was
It was what?
painful. What?
almost like my hymen reattached. Like, yeah, it was painful when I took it for a little test drive. I was like, oh,
Because
and
it
you,
don't, it don't, it don't shrunk and got teeny.
girl, it's teeny
Look,
tiny
look,
now.
look,
But
On
you're a
Instagram.
reborn virgin. You're a reborn virgin girl. You're a
You
reborn.
need that little pill thing that Dr. Jackie from the Girls in Medicine that she was talking about. That's what you need
What? Just to loosen it up?
to loosen and lubricate and all the things. You
oh
got to
no, she don't
lubricate.
need she don't need no lubricant. It
Oh,
just
okay.
hurt. Yeah, no, it just hurt.
It
It's
was just
almost like it dropped.
And
oh,
you know that they do. They do.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm saying this. My
you
family,
got me ready to throw it
I'm
back into
like,
my
there is
closet.
no way you should
my
be hurting me, not you. You should.
oh
That's
damn.
like, there's
My
no way
family,
you should be
all the
hurting me.
women
That sounds
on
like a whole story right there.
my mama's side of the family, they have prolapsed bladders. When I say all of them, all of my aunts have prolapsed bladders. Y'all don't know what that is. That's when your bladder drops down in your.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can feel it when somebody, even the yeah, you can feel it when somebody
Mm.
poking it. But I don't like no teeny weenies. Little teeny weeny. I don't want no Donkey Kong, but I don't like no teeny
But I
weenies.
don't need I don't need nobody kicking my pH out of the way. No.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Ain't no award for that. Ain't no award. No.
Mm-mm.
No.
I think I'm looking more so. I don't look at the size in the front. I'm looking at the on the other sides, the pockets. Like, what are we
Oh,
doing? Because once that's done, how are we?
oh.
Right.
How's life? Because that's only a few minutes. I need to know how the rest of life is about to go.
Speaking of a few minutes.
Why you scared to jump off the dresser? Angel so stupid. You might break a hip.
Speaking
But
of
baby, jump off the dresser onto the mattress. Don't jump off on the mattress. Don't jump off the dresser on the floor, baby. Just laying softly on the mattress.
if you ladies, just say hypothetically, if we
Mm-hmm.
were all in a relationship, the best relationship ever, like just
Mm-hmm.
truly happy, and it came down to happy time, coloring time, with significant other, the boyfriend, whatever it is. Um,
Coloring time.
how much, how much how much time is enough for the actual session? Like, are you one that has to have it long and drawn out for like 30 minutes, 15 minutes? Well, how many minutes you need? How many at this big age, how many minutes you good for?
I'm probably the wrong person to answer this. This is so bad, y'all. The other day, I took a shower. I got ready to go to bed. I put me some cologne on. And the first thing I thought, I'm so glad I ain't got somebody sweating off my smell good. And I don't think I thought that for even 5 good seconds. I turned over and went to sleep. Like, it's just something about smelling good and going to bed. So I'm the wrong person to answer that. Chloe, what you got?
Let me run it by me again.
Not again.
So
How
say
long
for
does it
instance, if
take?
you had your boo, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For your session, for y'all session, how many minutes do you need? Do you just
Are we talking about the penetration part, or are we talking about from
the
beginning to end?
whole entire session? And then when
Well,
you
Hon-
tell me, now
I
when
don't
Honestly,
ever think it happens all day.
honest.
It'd be that pat on the booty when you walk
honestly,
by.
Yes.
I
well,
think
it just depends. It depends on whether we getting a little quick in. But if it's the passion, I need
A
about
rec-
20 minutes. If it's the passion, I need about 20 minutes. So, baby, I need you to warm this thing up. I need to be kissed from head to toe. I need you to talk junk in my ear. The problem with men nowadays, they just want to look at titty and stick it in, baby. That do not work for me. That do not work for me. These men these days, they think eating coochie is foreplay, baby. Eating coochie is not foreplay for me. It's a
What
part
the-
of foreplay, but
I
it is
said, now
not.
hold on, now. If there's a model that don't do that
It's,
no more,
it's
that
a
model's
part. It's a
outdated.
part of foreplay. But if we get into bed and the first thing you do is slide down and put your mouth on my ting ting, and then you slide up, you want to slap it in my mouth, you want me to, and then next thing you know, you want to go to it. That is, mm-mm. I I
You
I
ask
need
Chloe a
I
question,
need
you're gonna get a Chloe answer.
I need the old school. I need the. And I talk about this all the time. Back in the day, whenever it wasn't so easy for them to get. They
uh-huh.
used to take their time, baby. They all on the ears. They kissing the neck. They doing this and they sucking on this and they rubbing on this. Do they even kiss knees anymore? Do they kiss the back of knees
Girl.
anymore?
Oh my
Do,
God. Isn't it the
Oh,
best? I didn't
yes.
see
do
nobody
they
else.
do they kiss all the
What is
way
the back
I
of the
forgot all about that.
back of
That's
the
so
knee
cool.
is? Oh
down?
my God. I remember
Do, do they rub you down? Do they give you a massage? Do they just
Look, you
that.
talked
I
about
hate
the back
this
of the
one.
knees. You know another very sensitive place is between your fingers. Like I kid you not, it is one of the most sensitive places. A guy he was licking my fingers, and then he started going in between. Like, just rub your finger in between there. You're gonna feel how soft it feels. Now imagine you having good time Charlie do that for you. It was a different type of feeling. That's so weird. You said behind the knees. It made me think of between the fingers.
behind the knee? They used to kiss all down your thighs, your inner thighs, kiss across your
Oh,
belly.
my ex
And
hit them
I mean,
behind the
all
knee.
all of that. They
I didn't
don't.
even know. He woke up something. I was like, oh, I didn't even. Okay, that's different.
That's
They
how I
don't
felt
even.
about the
They
fingers.
don't. They don't rub you. They don't. It's. Mm,
You might be
mm.
right about something. But Kaylani thinks she get to ask questions and don't answer them. Just be quiet, Chloe.
Oh, baby. You know what? Angel is my girl. She said she need a good grind session like back in the day. Baby,
Ooh. Kit Kat
baby.
says she need an hour for everything. Kit Kat must be retired.
Mm-mm.
I got to get
Um,
up and go to work in the morning.
I'm trying to tell you. As for the foreplay part, I want that to start like from the time we open our eyes, like not
Yeah.
because it's
Of
little,
course.
it's
I'm talking
little
about
in
the
the
physical
window,
part. I'm
but
talking about
the physical part,
hmm
what,
I need all of that.
give me 15, 20 minutes and we done. Because what exactly are we doing after that? What are we doing besides
Because
I'm
of
getting
this
tired?
part right here, this part
You
right, when you're doing this right here, a lot of times that's for your own ego. A
right.
lot of times with men, that jumping up and down inside of me, that's for especially if I don't feel, because truth be told, it's harder for a woman to come through penetration as it is. And whenever you're doing like this, that's if you slow stroking, now that might send me over the edge. But this right here, turn over,
And ain't
flip it
it?
over. Let me hit it from the back.
Jackrabbit.
That's for you, boo boo. That ain't for me.
How it go, Kaylani? I missed that. Show me again. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
That right, honey. All of that, but you just back to honey. That's all for you. By that time, I'm like, can you just hurry up and bust?
Mm.
Girl, I done picked up my phone. Like, sir was back there so long. I'm just like, oh my God. What? Call me when you done, because this is ridiculous. Like, what did you? Ain't nobody seeing you, sir. Like, what are you doing this for? Bragging rights at the barbershop?
Baby, the coochie don't wet dry. The coochie don't wet. You don't fuck it dry. That's
Mm.
mm-mm.
You mentioned entry, and you know what I was talking about a minute ago. Before we started on the live, I'm gonna just tell y'all. I saw a thing where they were talking about EJ Johnson. Is it EJ or LJ? I think it's EJ Johnson. Magic Johnson's son said he only wants to date straight men. And I said, oh no, but that booty need a tattoo over it, and it needs to say gay upon entry, because there is no straight man that's sleeping with a gay man. Like I think that's so crazy. I think one of the things that's happened, here's the beauty of being a Black woman. I think we're the most imitated being on the planet. Everybody, like, if you can see the whitest guy from Utah, if he's gay, honey, I read her like a Black woman. I did, everybody, and I don't even do this. I can't tell you the first or last time I did it. Maybe when I was imitating in Living Color. But I just say that so many people want to imitate a Black woman. I think EJ kind of falls into that category too. I think he's one who wants to be very much like a woman. And our greatest compliment, I guess, to be like us would be to also attract men who like us, which would be a straight man. So I kind of feel like he's a little bit lost, or maybe he's in denial or something. But if at any point a gay man is thinking he's pulled a straight man, he is delusional. And I know in the gay world, like I've had gay friends, that the best catch, at least it used to be, I don't know how it is now, but it used to be that the best catch for a gay man would be a man who is very straight looking, straight representative. He can pass for
Very masculine.
yes. And so, because why that is a thing, I don't know, but that apparently is just like, ideally women say, oh, I want someone with 6 figures, 6 tall and all that. That's what in the gay community is the upper echelon of catching. When you catch that, ooh, you've really done a thing. So I kind of feel like maybe that's where he's getting that from. I do not know. But I know that's concerning for me, just because I see now more of the down low community. I see more of men that I kind of think, I don't know about that. And so to hear him say that out loud, that is very scary to me. When I went to Atlanta, because I've been to Atlanta a couple of times, last time, of course, was in the summer, but I remember a guy hitting on me. And I thought, I don't know how women in Atlanta do it. There's not a single man in Atlanta. And I know there are a lot of straight men in Atlanta. I'm sure there, but that's just not a city I would be interested in dating a man in at all. It doesn't, it's just like San Francisco to me. Atlanta, in my mind, is the Black San Francisco.
Well,
So
let me say this.
I know it's your city.
The one thing that no, I'm not. It's not shots fired at all for me. What I will say is that the one thing that I do like about Atlanta is that it is more it's more accepting of the
Yes.
gay community, and so because of that, your chances of knowing that this man is gay or whatever is more pronounced than the ones who have to hide. That's the
Right.
thing. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to because Atlanta is the gay capital of the world and this, that, and the third, whatever. But they're everywhere because they talk about they talk about they talk about but the thing is that there you have a better chance of knowing what you're working with in Atlanta versus you somewhere else where it's not as accepted, because that means that they have to hide. So that means you're dealing with a lot more down low than it is.
That's more scarier than anything.
And the thing is, for me, I had this conversation a while back, and a lot of people did not like the conversation that I had. This is 2026. I'll say that by 2000 and I'll say 2040, more than half of the population will be very fluid, because it's becoming so acceptable. And it's like, even, it used to be like, well, somebody was born gay, or if you feel like that, I personally feel like there are a lot of people that are born gay, because I've seen it in a 2-year-old. I've
Me
seen it
too.
in,
But not too.
that I've seen it too. They have very feminine ways, and those like, well, they grew up around women. No, because there's a lot of men that was raised by nothing but women, and they didn't, turn out that way. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I truly do believe that people are, born gay, but at the same time, it's pushed in society so much. It's so acceptable, and as each generation comes along, it becomes even more acceptable, and it's no longer a curiosity. It's just, it's no big deal. It's just a natural thing with life. And so
You
I
I
see
feel
it
hear
like,
in
men
schools.
say
You
lips are
see it in
lips.
schools way earlier now too. I
Mm-hmm.
literally was at a middle school and was like, "Wow, I'm seeing little girls already giving their
they don't they
family
don't
to the
they don't care. Whenever when me and my ex was together, I used to go pick up his son. I mean, his brother from Latonia High School, and Drake was like 15 years old. So this had to have been 2000 and like 2005, something like that. And I went to pick him up from school. These two little girls behind the car fighting. And I hear one of them say, "You weren't saying that when you was eating my pussy."
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they don't even care. It's like now it's like they do not
baby. You
care.
already ball fade, saggy
They,
jeans,
they're
all of the
walking.
day. I'm
They're
like,
walking. They're walking around. They're
you didn't
holding.
already
They're
decided.
kissing. I mean, it's so acceptable now in school. Even with the cheerleaders, I've seen plenty of where the gay boys, they're cheerleaders, and shoot, they almost dress like the regular girl cheerleaders. And my thing is that I am. I don't knock anybody. I just want people to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If
Same.
And
that's
out.
if
I want
that's
you to be
who
happy and out.
I
Out
Don't
want
the
go
you
in
to
the
be
house.
happy and be out. I want you to be happy with who you are. I pray that your parents and your family accepts you,
But they don't.
because the ones who don't, there's so much there's a high rate of suicide with these young kids and young adults who are
Let me
not
tie this into my job. I'm gonna tie this into my job real quick because you really touching on something that irritates my very being. So, with the new administration and DI and all of that other stuff, people just think it's always black white. But there's a push now for us teachers to essentially out kids. So sometimes a kid is at home and, I was assigned female at birth. Okay, cool. They come to school, haircut low, braided back, whatever, and they prefer the pronoun he.
Mhm.
They are trying to force us to pick up the phone and let parents know that, yeah, despite what the records say, your child is asking that we refer to her as he or him. And like what? Because what we know to be true is when we do stuff like that, the parents who don't approve of that kick those kids out. Those kids are on the streets. They
or
end up,
they're abused and beat.
yeah,
Right.
and they're tricking for hormones, which, people are like, what is that? That a lot of times those kids are actually out on the street, selling their bodies and stuff because they're trying to get hormone treatments and all of that. And it's just kind of crazy. I was like, yeah, but luckily I work in a district in an area where they're saying, no, that's just none of our business. Just like ICE is none of
Right.
our business. If ICE comes to our school and they're looking for somebody, actually, you're not on the visitors list. So no,
Right.
you don't get to pick up these kids. But it's crazy. We got kids from Haiti. We've got kids from, Mexico, of course. We got, different groups of kids. So it's so much more real. I saw a lady, she was just boohoo crying and she was so upset. And she was like, yes, I know I voted for Trump 3 times, but I tell people I'm sorry. And I say I'm sorry. And they're like, well, you just had to FAFO. You just had to, like, it's just, I said I'm sorry. And I'm like, girl, no, sorry is not enough. People's real lives are affected. We have men deployed now in a country where they really have no business fighting a fight that shouldn't even be fought. Like there's so much going on that I'm sorry ain't cutting it. And again, how y'all let me get political? We was talking about, and then I took a turn, and then okay, nonetheless, let me get back over here in the comments. I love y'all for the comments because y'all help me escape what I'm talking about. You're so right, Kimberly. At the facility where my mom is, I never see men having visitors. See there? The women that they were running around with probably don't want to be bothered with them now. So agreed. They probably already ran through them pockets, and the men done ran out of them blue pills. Let's see. My best friend since childhood is a gay man. He opened my eyes to a whole new side of some men, and he showed me some things. I bet you're talking about the down low. Kit Kat said, now hold up. I'm from San Francisco now. Hold on. I can't talk about them San Francisco men.
She just said an hour. You got an hour to give, girl.
That's what I said. She ain't got to go to work. She good. She want an hour
okay.
everything.
Let's
Let's see.
see.
They got us taking classes once a year at my job.
I need a good grind session like
You
back
ain't
in the day.
community industries yet.
That was
That's better than sex a lot of times, honestly.
What?
a
What's better
good
than
grind session.
Just a
The anticipation of no. Reminiscence on the love.
like you just had a good memory.
Right.
Now,
Honey, you all over there on
But you're talking about anticipation. One thing I know to be true. What's that people always talk about potential? Oh, I was with him because he had potential.
oh,
Anticipation, potential, none of that stuff matters to me no more. I want to see it right now. I want to what is here today. I need to know.
who's doing? I can't do.
Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, you must be talking about a potential in a man, because I know you ain't talking about
Yes.
potential in the
In the bedroom?
yeah.
No, I'm talking about potential in a man. A lot of
Mhm.
people, he got good potential. He could do some things. He could.
Mm-mm. We as black women have been bamboozled into
That is
we have
Right.
right.
we have been guilted into
Right.
dealing with potential. Well, what if I'm so tired of them damn what ifs? Well, what if this and what if he going through hard times and what if this and what if this?
What if you live in a mansion and all he can
What if I
afford
won
is
the
a light
lottery?
bill, Tyler Perry?
Ain't no what ifs. I don't do what ifs.
Men don't do them either.
They don't. They don't. Men can have standards, but women are expected to accept whatever it is that they are provided.
And be
Y'all
glad
don't
you got
y'all don't
Some
want y'all
women.
okay, so did we have this conversation about the lady who um was engaged to be married and she ended up canceling her engagement. He was a really good guy. She didn't have to worry about him cheating. He
it.
he paid all the bills. He came home. He he was, she didn't have no issues. But
But
the
wait a
issue
minute, he came home and then what? Because you can't just come home.
he came home every night. He paid the bills.
He
He
cleaned. He did some things
no,
too.
no, 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 no. Hold on. She didn't have to worry about him cheating or any of that. But her
Mhm.
issue, the reason she broke up with him is that she he would do anything that she wanted him to do, but she had to tell him.
That's it. There, I knew. I
She had
that
to
for
tell,
them
she had to
before.
tell him. She had to give him direction. I mean, she could tell
That'll
him
wear you out.
anything that, but she had to basically lead him. She had to guide him. And it goes back. She had to, and so then the men were like, "That's the problem with y'all women. Y'all don't want a good man. Here it is. She got a good man, and she gonna leave a good man, and he paying the bills. She ain't got to worry about him cheating. She ain't got to worry about him beating on her. She
But
ain't got to
she
worry
was
about
his mama.
what
If I
what
gotta tell you everything,
what
I'm
there.
your
Hey,
mama.
hey, why you right
Girl, I had to get because
Did you push her back?
here, girl?
because she was his mama. That is tiring. That is.
Yes.
I got to tell you. So let's just say I get sick. So who tells you then? I can't get comfortable with knowing that you got, because I got to tell you everything.
I gotta tell you how to take care of me. If I get
Yes.
sick, I gotta tell you to go get my aspirin, go get the water. Can you go get my medicine? Can you bring me? Can you go make me some soup? Shit, I might as well get up and do it my damn self.
I think the best way people can probably relate to something like that is if I used to wait tables a lot. And for me as a waitress, I anticipated what my customer needed. I didn't wait for them to ask. Because if you order a steak and I put the steak on your table, now you got to ask me for the steak
For the
sauce.
steak
I
sauce.
put that, now you got to ask me for the salt to shake on your potato. Now you got to ask, you're not going to tip me very well. It's about
Right.
anticipation. So
Right.
I'm anticipating, oh, you ordering a steak, you ordering pancakes. What do you, oh, you probably gonna want some syrup. What kind of syrup would you like? How can I, you know what I mean? It takes all of that and it takes flattery. I'm gonna tell you something else. You talking about that. Another thing that was debated in my little friend circle was, you go to work and you kind of put on a public face all day at work. You need to be polite, you need to be professional, you need to do all these things. You come home, you don't feel like doing all that. You just feel like just being yourself and letting it go. And I thought, letting it go on who? Letting it go with who? Because to me, my best self needs to be at home. I need to be my kindest self at home. Yeah, I can be frustrated and I can tell you about how rough my day was, but it's not going to be a matter of here I was out in the workforce and I was mad polite and I come home and I'm just, funky, nasty, whatever. And I said, no, I actually feel quite the opposite on that. I need you to be your best self at home. Keep
Hmm.
it tight lipped. Just like when I'm at my job, people might say, hey, how you doing? Fine, thank you. I'm not asking you how you doing because I don't care. I'm not going to pretend that I care, but I do say fine and thank you. Like there's a difference in all of that to me. But yeah, I'm with you on that. The whole, if I got to ask you for it, if I have to tell you to be kind to me, all of that stuff, because I've heard men say, after I've been told, and some of them even say, after I've been chinning and grinning for the white man, no, I don't feel like coming home and doing that at home too. So wait, let me get this straight. You chinning and grinning for the one who doesn't care for you, but the
Right.
one who does, you got nothing for it. You're all spent out. It can't be that way. Sometimes I think we got things backwards.
Yeah, right. But Kimberly, you just made a big point. We're always talking about a woman being a man's piece.
I ain't even
When
gonna read this. I'm gonna just show it.
when are men
Shit, my light's so bright I can't even see.
a-
Same
and
way.
is okay, Tanisha, and
See.
is, but
Yeah.
are
Huh.
we going to talk about men being our piece? When the same way that he out there in the world and he fighting the man, and then he got to come home and fight you. We out there in the world and we fighting the man, and we're not only we fighting the man, we fighting the woman. We're getting less respect. We're doing the same job you're doing, but we're making less money. Then you want us to come home and you
Cook,
want us to cook, fuck, take care of the kids,
clean,
clean, wash, all of that, and
that
then
And
I
don't
make
give me
the
a back
make
lip. Okay.
appointments, make
and take
appointments
care of
that I
you,
get.
and take care of you, and 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 go half on every damn thing.
Because
So
we really do.
where's my
They
piece?
call that being what was that
And we
term?
gotta
What's
have a
that?
baby. Let me see you shoot 8 pounds out your pee
They
hole.
want you to be a submissive provider. That's what it is. You're providing just as much as they are, but you need to be submissive and quiet about it. I heard that term. I say, oh yeah, that makes absolute perfect sense. A submissive provider. But yeah, you're right.
What am I submitting to? What
The
they
man.
you always want to throw
Mhm.
out submission. When the last time you cracked open the Bible? When the last time you went to church?
Find
How
it
you
in the Bible.
what do you want me to submit? So you basically want me to sit down and shut the fuck up, but you want me to put half my paycheck in that checking account. It don't work like that, bro. It just
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Mm-mm.
You
That would
don't
be
you
very
want
true.
to you don't want to you they want the title, but they don't want the responsibility.
What's that saying about the crown being heavy for the king? How does that go? Heavy is the crown of the king. It means that you need to bear that load. You need
Mhm.
to bear that responsibility. I wholeheartedly agree.
Is that that
I'll be
girl?
submissive if
Yeah,
you sit
that's
me
her.
down. What'd you say, Clay? Okay.
No, I seen the comment you had on there. I said, "Is that my girl?" Yeah, that's her. Hey, boo, how you doing?
Mhm. I got a feeling she's on commercials because it feels like she's commenting on some of the things we said earlier.
Mm.
That must be that commercial action going in.
Mm.
Yeah, I
That's
was
too
wondering. I
easy.
was wondering why I'm seeing stuff, and I'm like, okay, so if you join, do you have a choice of going all the way back to the beginning, or do you?
Not why it's live, not to the
Okay,
replay.
Oh, okay.
okay. Oh, child.
Yeah. I don't know. From the sounds of it, I don't know if we gonna find us a man's. Cause we got them things called standards. We tripping.
It's somebody out there that'll abide to our standards. I
Let me tell
Mhm.
refuse to believe that it's not.
y'all.
It's
Y'all
somebody.
didn't see what
I just it's just that I'm yeah. You
y'all
understand?
didn't see what I posted in the group the other day because y'all ain't been in the group. But
And be
um,
in the group.
She been on us about it, y'all. We
I,
gonna get it together.
but I posted Sandra, Sandy. She's in our group, and I think she's
Mm-hmm.
coming on the trip. She has her own YouTube page as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy did a live. Um, no, I'm sorry, podcast. She did a podcast last Sunday. Baby, whenever I say she spoke, she spoke. She spoke on it, and I just matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and look at it again. She talked
She's been on
about
us.
she talked about standing firm in your truth. You know,
Mm-hmm.
don't stop sending mixed signals to men. If you say this is what you expect, if you say this is how you want to be treated, if you say these are your standards,
Mm-hmm.
stand on it and don't be afraid to walk away. But too often we'll say these are our standards, these are our expectations, but then we compromise our standards and our expectations for a man. So how can he trust you and believe that you are who you are, or how can he respect what you're saying whenever you fold like tissue? Just the thought of, well, he might be the one. Well, am I being too rigid in? No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm
I'm not.
terrible about not
I'm
even setting my standards. I don't
Ask
mention what my
yourself them
standards and
type
expectations are.
You don't have to mention it. You don't
questions.
have to mention it, but it's certain things that you have
He
as an
ain't the one.
expectation that you
Yeah.
normally would
If he
not accept, that you start accepting. That's still compromising your standards.
Yeah, I
So
agree with that.
even if you say, um, I'm not going to, like me. I'll decide whenever I want to treat. You don't decide whenever I want to treat.
Your turn.
Right. You don't decide when I
Mhm.
want to treat. With me, I'm like, well, it might be 2 days, hell, it might be 10 days. But then there's some women who will say, I'm not this, that, and the third. But as soon as he say, so the next one on you, you like him so much, his conversations being so good that you don't want to risk this possibly being the one. So the next thing you know, the next time y'all go out, you pulling out your debit card. I don't care if you are the one. I don't care if you find is that man that I just put up, that man with the dress that was walking wide leg with the blue jeans on and tight shirt that I just saw at TJ Maxx over there in Bucket. I don't care if you look like
I
that.
seen that.
Mhm.
Woo,
I
woo,
wide
woo.
leg. I don't
Baby,
care.
that man can
Mhm.
hold a bag, Katie. Woo, girl.
He did look the part. I'll say
Yeah.
Mm,
that. He looked the part.
mm. But I'm saying, but if he and I went out on a date and he was like, when next time is it on you next time? Well, if him after date, we was talking on the phone, and we talking about, we go out, and then he looking at me like I'm gonna pay, and I'm looking at him like, what you gonna pay? That don't turn me off. We ain't going out no more. I don't care how good you look and how fine you are. You are going to
Mhm.
be the man to me that I need you to be the man to me, and if you cannot be,
So
I
be
got
it.
so be it. I got to chuck up the deuces. I'm gonna start. I am going to stand 10 toes down on what my expectations are, because I know what I bring to the table. I know what you will get whenever you finally get me, and what you'll get an amazing woman. But baby, you got to prove to me that you are worthy. And that's the thing. Women, we no longer say, we no longer speak on being worthy, because when we use that term, men tear us to shreds. Well, you know what? You're gonna have to tell me to shreds, because
Mhm.
yes, I need you to show me that you are worthy of the woman that I am. But we
I
don't
hear
stand.
so many people say half of something is better than all of nothing, though,
Mhm.
especially as it pertains to paying bills and everything else. I'm like, I, I don't see it that way. I'm still
Who
waiting.
said that?
Mm-mm.
That's a popular term.
Oh
Mm-mm.
yeah,
I'd
that
rather
came from Betty
pay,
White. Right.
yeah, 50% of something than 100% of, I just don't feel that way. I won't.
I feel like any man that will ask you to pay half and be very vocal about it, paying half, that man is not going to treat you like you think that he's going to treat you. And people have that argument. Well, I didn't have a problem with my girlfriend. Well, they've been married for 10 years, or this, that, and the third. Yeah, they may be married for 10 years, but you only see what they want you to see. You really don't know what's going on behind closed doors, because
How
behind
much
closed doors,
how much respect do you want for half? Like how am I gonna respect you? I
You have this respect.
baby,
yeah, how am I
if
respect
I gotta pay, if I gotta pay half, you can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna go where. If I
so
gotta
what's
pay
the
half,
point? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the I just don't
if I gotta pay half, whenever I go trade in that truck and I pull up in the yard in a brand new whatever, you can't question me about nothing, because you know
Mr.
what?
Half,
I'm paying half, so I do whatever I want to
Mr.
do with
Half.
my money, Mister Half. I don't even know how that. I don't even know how that go. If you got joint, if you, how do you do half? So if you guys, do you keep separate accounts, and then you know that the house note is $2,400 a month? So do you give me 1,200, or I give you 1,200, and then you write it, and
So
then
you really asking me for $1,200
when the
every
gas
month?
bill come, the gas bill $315. Do I give you
Do I
um what is it, $117.50, and then you pay? Do you give it? Do we do Zelle? Do
or
you do
cash
I,
app?
whenever you
What?
tell me, when you tell
I
me,
need to know the
baby,
logistics.
baby, we need to
Yeah.
pay, the bill is due next week. Do I cash app you the money, or do I Zelle you the money, or do I give you it in cash,
Well,
or do
who's
I?
responsible for paying it? Like, okay,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I give so you give half, I give half, but who pays it? So who's paying it? And how do I know that you paid it? Because if I'm giving you half, I need to know that you paid it. And
Hmm.
I need to see where they withdraw. Like, do
And if
I
I'm giving
think a
you,
lot of times it
we
boils
have a
down to
joint account that
self-confidence.
is coming out of? So we take our half and put it. Let's see.
but
Let's
but
see
but here, okay, but here's
what.
my thing. Here's my thing. Okay, so if you want to go half, let's say you want to go half, and whenever we first, get together or whatever, um, you making 120,000, I'm making 60,000.
It ain't half, then it's
Hold
a
on,
fourth, if
hold on,
anything.
hold on. So
Hmm.
what happens if you lose? If you lose your job, you got to go back and get a job, another job, and your new job you making 80,000, but I done elevated myself to 150,000. Are we still? Oh, we baby, you need to keep that same goddamn energy. And whenever
I
I
just don't see
and,
how it
and
works.
whenever
Like,
and if I gotta pay half, that means that whenever I get raises, whenever I get bonuses, if
It
what
stays
that ain't.
right there. Hmm. I
I
think
could
a lot
just
of times
simply
women say
so
that
we're
or
saying
settle
half,
for that.
right? And you come in the house talking about you hungry. Yo, that half you saved ain't you can't get you nothing to eat with that. You should have
Baby,
somebody come
look,
with that half.
if we going
You
half,
halfway at the store
if we
now. You go
going
ahead and keep
half,
You
going.
better find somebody to feed your ass with the half you saving.
look, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna pick up the food. But when I walk in the door, I need you to put your $22.72 on this damn table that I
Mm-mm-mm.
paid for this Jim and Nick's
And the
barbecue.
tip.
I need that. I need
Y'all
when we
going hard. I'm gonna tell you, I feel bad. I have contributed to bills. I don't know that it was exactly half, but I've contributed to bills before. I will say
Now
this:
bills I don't have a problem with. Mortgage, rent, I do. I
those
don't have a
men
problem with paying
that
bills.
require that half or that You start exceeding them, baby, they get mighty mean. But I think it's a lot of women who do the half, the 50 and all of that stuff. Because again, they're saying, baby, when it comes to these bills, I'd rather pay half of it than all of it. So they're with those men. I think honestly, it's a self-esteem thing. I think they're the women that don't think that they could do better. They don't think that there is someone, or they think they're going to miss out if they hold themselves to that standard. But I feel like too that there are different standards with regard to that. Like I may require a man to be a provider of a mortgage that's $3,000. Somebody else might require $5,000, and yet another woman might require $1,000. It's about being with the man that can afford the lifestyle you want. Because a lot of people don't want a whole lot. And if you don't want a whole lot and you got you a piece of a man, you're good to go. Or you got someone that wants you to contribute that half, you're still good to go. So I don't want the women who are doing the 50-50 and all of that stuff to feel incredibly bad, but I want them to wonder if it might be a self-esteem thing, if they might think they can't do better.
They're gonna tell you it ain't that. They're not gonna tell you that. They don't tell you that. I don't. They're the ones that are the most vocal. I don't mind paying halves. Those are the ones who was like, if you go out on a date, if he buy the if he pay for the food, I don't mind leaving the tip. If we go to the movies, I don't mind paying for the food at concession stand. They believe in. I don't believe in that tit for tat.
You
I,
don't have a
I
self-esteem issue?
I can't. You know what? I don't even think that it's necessarily so much a self esteem issue as I think it is the way that the world is today and the programming. I don't even think it's necessarily self esteem. I think it is actually the programming because we have been beat down
You
so
talking about
much.
the patriarchal programming?
Yes, I mean, I
Okay,
just feel
now I'm with you.
it's like more and more whenever you have these conversations because Kim, you're not on social media
Mm-mm.
like we are.
I
So if
miss a
you
lot.
if you do miss a lot. If you were on social media, these types of conversations are heavy. I mean, it gets on my nerves it's gotten on my nerves so much. And sometimes I will actually shut down all of my social media accounts from anywhere from 6 months to a year. Because
Heavy saying what though? That women
it's
should pay?
it's so, yes, it's so redundant. It's so redundant. This is it's like these types of conversations are they it's like a hamster wheel. They keep going. It's like the more you see it, the more you see it. It's like with anything, the more you see it, the more you become accepting of it. And then you get into conversations, and then you have so many women who will co-sign this bullshit with men. And so it gives, oh yeah, you get, yeah. That's the ones I call the pick me's. They will co-sign
I
this
have felt
bullshit.
that too.
They will co-sign this bullshit with men, and that's why men feel so entitled now because there's
But
so
here, I'm
many.
gonna tell you this. This is the real truth of what I've seen in my own personal life. And I try not to say stuff that other people might say. Just have to talk about me and tell them my business. But two instances I've seen that this reminds me of. One, we were on a double date. Both of the men had quite a bit of money. And despite the fact that this man literally was a millionaire, literal millionaire, despite that fact, he expected this woman to pay a portion of the dates and stuff. She was nowhere near that, not even a six figure heir. And I ain't putting her down because me neither. I wasn't either. But I wasn't know my date didn't expect me to pay all that stuff. And I remember what my grandmother said. I'm looking at Angel Peace's comment where she said it's one thing to offer, it's another when they expect it. My grandmother said, baby, once you open your purse to a man, he ain't gonna never let you close it.
Mm-mm.
He ain't gonna never let you close it.
You're setting expectations. You're setting
Yeah,
expectations.
you sure are. You're setting a standard. And then another one, oh my goodness, maybe I ain't post menopause because I just about forgot. But another instance, when we were talking about it, was just that the man was saying, why should I? What woman thinks that she's supposed to live through life free? You know you're supposed to pay rent. You know you're supposed to. And no sooner than he had said that, because she was already saying men are supposed to be providers. He was like, what about life makes you think you should live for free? And she was like, I guess you got a point. I guess you're right. So I said, that must be how that works. You say a thing out loud and they just turn around and say you don't deserve it. What makes you think that? And so realistically speaking, you see that the world is expensive. You know, the black man's been held down. It's a whole, I mean, it's a host of stuff
That's
that
it. That's
literally
it.
that man was saying that night. And I was just like, I ain't got nothing to say about it because he's not talking to me. It doesn't apply to me. And
Mhm.
again, I would much rather be alone. So I
That's
think
it.
that money thing is scary. But I'm gonna tell you the one thing that I've heard in passing that I think is a bigger deal, especially for young women than they know. Before I left my last ex, when it got to a point where it was obvious that I ain't coming back, this is done. We've reached the end of the road. I will never forget. He had been drinking, and he said, "I wish I had got you pregnant." And the way he said it was just about chilling. Like, because if I had been, what, I was going to be stuck, we would forever be tied. Like, he never finished that. And I said, ever since then, anytime I talk to a young woman, I'm like, don't be, I don't want to sound like that old lady. Don't be having anybody's baby, but I swear, that's a
Mhm.
trap. You know, I've seen having babies only stop the women. I've never seen having a child stop a man. Men
Mhm.
talk about it, a woman trapping them and all that. I don't believe
Men,
it. I
men
have
do it.
never seen a man trapped, held back, not going to school, not getting a job, not getting a promotion. I ain't even seen a man not going to play basketball. Like on the most basic level, I ain't never seen a baby stop a man from Jack Diddley. So that to me, when he said that, I said, "Oh, I'm telling every young woman, any childbearing woman I know, don't just lay up and have any
Men
old body."
do it. Men trap women all the time. We women all we always hear about women trapping men. Men trap women all the time, and with no intentions of being a good father. With no intentions of
Stop
being
talking about the game. That was an accident. Don't
what?
talk about the game. You know
What?
the game got Evelyn Lozada's daughter pregnant. I know she's in her 20s. I swear, game. I may be wrong, but I swear, game got to be knocking at about 50 candles. He's a very
It
grown
is.
man,
It
and she's
is.
a very young woman.
Yeah.
And I don't know that they were together by the time she
I
gave
think
birth.
I think his child. He has a child by
He
one
has an
of.
adult child.
He has a
He's
but by
46.
one of his youngest child's mother's friend. Because I know it was something that was
So
intertwined in.
Evelyn Lozada from House Basketball Wives is friends with, who is she? She's friends with his
His
ex
baby mom,
baby
Kelly's
mama or
mama.
something like
That's
that.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Kelly mama.
So
Mhm.
how he ended up having a baby with Evelyn's daughter already was pretty trifling. That's just too close to home. And then for her to be so young.
You know, men would cheat with the cashier at Walmart that you go to every day. Men don't care. Some
That's
men,
just
I ain't
too
gonna speak
close.
on mine, but yeah,
But
men,
you know
they
what
would.
my issue is? My issue is how forgiving we are of when men do stuff like this, and we just a woman will never live it down. It is forever thrown up in her face. But with men, it is like the situation with Nick Cannon. He got all of these babies. And the only thing that people, and I hear women say it all the time, well, he can afford it. But you're not talking about the broken homes. But
I was about to
he can
say,
afford
as a teacher, I'm gonna tell you, them kids, they go through it. They feel it.
Yes,
They wonder why they're
yes,
not good enough. What's wrong with them? It
yes,
matters. It definitely matters.
and
yes.
then the thing is
You
the
can't
No,
thing
spread
my
it
is
that
kids
far.
take no
all of my
money.
kids,
They're not
all of
bell
my
bottoms.
kids
You can't
are
no
siblings
money
and all
to.
this other stuff, but it's always going to be an imbalance. Some children are going to get more attention than the other. It causes resentment amongst the siblings. It's
At
just
this point, he
it's
can't
so
marry none of
unfair.
his baby mamas.
It's he can marry
Oh
that
yeah,
ageless. He
No,
can marry
if he marries one of them, all the rest of the kids
he
are going to
can lick,
wonder why not
he
my
can do
mama.
what he wants to. But if he was to marry one of them, you messing all the other kids up.
Exactly. That's
You
what
don't
I'm
what
work.
saying.
if he gets
Yep.
married, he's gonna marry somebody who has more I'm not going to say they have don't have respect for themselves. They're going to be looking crazy because he's going to when he does get married, it ain't going to be one of them. Let me just say that. But the thing is that so many people look at it, well, shoot, she done came up. She paid for life. She ain't got to work. They always looking at the money aspect of it, but they're not looking at
So
the
much
kids,
deeper than
the
that.
impact on the
It
kids,
is.
the
It really
emotion,
is.
all of that, all of that.
Okay,
How old
so
did
what
you say the
happened when
game is,
all y'all
Kayla?
got a game that day? He can't
Huh?
be in all of. I said, so what
No.
happens if y'all in sports and all y'all got a game? Everybody looking for their daddy to be up in the stand, and he
Daddy
ain't there.
daughter dance.
Say
Yeah, he
future,
yeah.
future is the perfect example. Future and Sierra situation is the perfect example. The way that they dragged Sierra, she got married, and she got married to a man who accepted her child and is a better father to him than his own dad is. But people's like that he wrong for that and he wrong for that. What is he? How is Russell Wilson
That's what
wrong?
you're supposed to do
But
when you
hold
with
on,
somebody.
how is he wrong? And women be co-signing it too. But here's my thing: Future has said out his mouth, "My kids got to understand I live this rock star lifestyle, so therefore I'm not gonna always be there." That is the arrogance that came out of his mouth. So how is
So
it that y'all?
meanwhile, Super Bowl winning daddy can be there for the kids, but he can't because he's a rock star. That's silly. But you know what? You know what? Now that you say that, I do like football a little bit. Tom Brady, in my humble opinion, got caught up in that whole being the GOAT and one more time, and he messed around and lost his whole family behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're talking about something when you say that.
Because she told him when he was supposed to when he was supposed to retire, he was
Yep.
retiring because she said that she was tired of it.
Yes.
And he went back, and he lost his whole family behind
And
that.
still didn't do nothing when he went back. Didn't even do well. Like that's the pity of it. But it wouldn't have mattered if he did. Didn't she get married to Giselle Bunsen or something? She married somebody, didn't she?
I think she got remarried.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
I
think she
bet she did marry another quarterback, superstar, GOAT, and all that.
I don't think so.
Mm, that's crazy. Yeah, I gotta get up on my social media game and start following. I do good in the summer because I'm nosy and I got time, but after that it's like I go back right back into my little rabbit
Yes, you
hole. But some of
do.
the stuff I see, I don't even want to see it. Like
mm-hmm.
it's just disgusting. It's ridiculous. That's what you said. You said you get off of social media for
I
about six
do.
months or so.
I do. I actually I have mad respect for people who don't have social media. I have
Hmm.
mad, if I meet a guy, a lot of people will say that if a man doesn't have social media, it's because he don't want to get caught. As long as he don't have social media, he don't want to get caught. No, it's a lot of people who really don't want to get caught up in social media because
I don't even have people.
it
Oh,
causes so much anxiety. Sometimes it's better to not know than to know. I don't want to know everybody's business. I don't even want to care. I have to sometimes make announcements on social media. Please do not send me anything else about this. Please do not send me anything else about this. I don't care about this, this, and this, and this because people, and it bothers me that people our age, 50, 60 years old, are so enamored with other people's lifestyle. It's like, it feeds their life. It is like you must not really have a lot going on with your life that you spend so much of your time focused on what other people are doing.
I'm gonna tell you the one way I used to get caught up in other people's lives is on Sundays when they used to have the home tours. I would go tour the lives or the homes of the rich. I
Oh,
love
no,
getting
I
caught
love
up in
that.
that
That's
and
different.
fantasizing in that way. But in terms of just the gossip and that part doesn't really feed me. It doesn't give me anything to fantasize about because I've always said I would love to be rich. I have never said I want to be rich and famous. The famous part is I don't. Let me see. I
I
don't have
always
it.
pray to God that I don't have to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be at a point where I don't have to worry. I don't have
Hmm.
to be nasty, filthy rich. I just want to be comfortable.
I want
I
to be
don't know. I
wealthy.
might want to rub up on nasty,
I want to
filthy.
be wealthy.
I want to rub up on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being wealthy.
yeah, I
And
want to
but
be
but
wealthy.
I wouldn't mind being wealthy because I want um my daughter, and if she has a child, if not,
Set it
then
up.
her little dog, because she said that's all I'm gonna get for a grandchild is the dog. But I just want to be able to have a legacy for those who are behind me. As far as me right now, baby, I just want to travel. I don't
Hmm.
need I don't need no big expensive car. I don't want even if I was rich, I still would not want more than 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, maybe four. I would want some land. I don't want too much land, but I don't. I don't want a big house because you're looking at it and you're looking around and you don't even go in the rooms. I just I just want to travel.
I think for me, I don't live in a spirit of fear. However, I'm cautious about traveling right now with everything that's going on in TSA and all of that. So I'm not in the spirit of fear, but I'm a little bit cautious. And in a hurry to go jumping on a plane.
No, if I was
Well, the
rich,
shit is about to
I
be
would
sky
have me a
high
house.
with gas
I
going
would have
up.
me a house somewhere in
You
front of
better-
some water. If I was rich, I would have me a house in front of some water. I ain't got to come back. The four
Hmm.
years whenever he out of office, then I'll come back. But just let me go to wherever it is that I'm gonna live, and I just stay over there.
Hmm. It must be nice. A lot of expats are popping up. I have seen that. A lot of black women are actually leaving America. I don't know where they're going, but they're going.
Um, I have a friend that lives in Portugal. That lives in
Mm.
um, I have one. Is it Lisbon? This
Miss
yeah,
Uh-huh.
over there. I know of a couple of people that have. I know someone that has moved to Taiwan.
Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's crazy. I don't know. That's where I want to travel, but it's so much craziness going on out here that I'm nervous about it for now. Give me
Yeah,
another year or so.
for now, I'm not going nowhere now that they got missiles flying over the place.
Hmm.
Have you been watching on YouTube the people that are like, I was looking last night, stuck in Dubai?
Hmm.
People that,
Yeah.
I mean, just literally crying. They cannot get one girl. She said that she has booked 3 or 4 flights and they keep getting canceled. She cannot. She's pleading to President Trump. She there's
That man does not care.
he don't care, girl. He does not care. I got one girlfriend. She was in
Bless her heart.
I forgot where she is, but wherever it is, they made them evacuate from where they were and
Mm.
go to another country. She's a teacher. She's been teaching over there for some years, but wherever she is, they made them evacuate. She was giving us updates on online.
Yeah, that's so sad. I can't imagine. I remember when COVID first hit, people were stuck on cruise ships. Y'all remember that? For
Mhm,
months and months and months and months. And I was
mhm.
like, what if somebody had somebody babysitting their kid while they went on this cruise?
Okay. And
They are
how
way
you
more
ain't
than that.
working, so how's the rent getting paid? So you gonna make
Yes,
it.
that was
I
crazy.
know.
I want to know, how did y'all get food? How did they get food?
They must have been airlifting it, I think. I don't know.
Had to
But
be.
they just had them out there floating forever. It's a shame if you get sick.
Oh, I know
That's
they
how
was
you.
sick as a dog when they first got to land. Oh, I know they was sick.
Well, shoot,
I'm with Tab. I'm ready to travel too. But yep, I'm waiting. I'll wait.
I'm gonna travel, but for right now, I'm gonna be traveling within the United States.
Yes. And that's gonna be high enough. I just saw where a one-way ticket to Vegas was like $104. Where that 49 or $50 came was talking about, I don't see it. Gas went up just that quick. Where you get that ticket?
And that's
Baby, I
that's
told
why
you
I love road tripping, but I
about
can't even
to
afford the
high.
road trip. I can't afford the road trip.
The
Not
the
with gas.
tickets are about to be high because them planes take gas. They
Mm-hmm.
finna skyrocket.
That's crazy. I got one silly question. What happened to Elon Musk? Where he go? Elon Musk just disappeared.
He over there with his billions. Even Elon Musk
I
on his
looked
way
up
to
one day and I just said,
he's on his way to becoming a trillionaire.
it must be nice, thanks to us.
Hmm.
Off our backs. But I saw Tesla the other day. I was like, what happened to him? What? He just vanished. All, you heard everything, 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 and then all of a sudden nothing.
Because him leading Doge and all the stuff that's going on with
Mhm.
Trump, he started losing money. He was losing millions, like $200 million a day because of Trump. And so he had
Mhm.
to leave so he can go back and get his house in order with his Tesla because people stopped buying Teslas.
Yeah, I did see. Even Canada was supporting the United States. I thought that's good. We need it.
You know, Elon Musk has they were saying that he has a drug problem with ketamine.
Really? No, I didn't know.
If, if you
You see
if you
all
paid
of the
if
socials.
you paid attention to him whenever he was in um when he was up there with Trump,
Mm-hmm.
he had a a
A
yeah.
little extra move.
Yeah, you can tell that he was on something.
Fiending. That's what we
Mhm,
used to call it.
mhm.
Yeah, at the vapors.
Talked about it. They talked about he has a serious drug problem.
That I did not know.
Hmm. We
But
can,
he got enough money, I guess, to support it. Bless his heart.
It's
but they
one
but
thirty three.
he's
If I
also
want to go to
he's
Atlanta
also autistic.
next month.
Huh? Is what?
I says 133. It's 133 round trip if I want to go to Atlanta next month.
That's
That
not bad.
ain't terrible.
That ain't bad.
Yeah,
So
because
they
that
must think
ticket was wrong.
I just missed the Houston rodeo.
I don't think you missed that. They be hyping it up like it could be because I live here because I had no desire to go. I think this is the
Mhm.
last
The
weekend
only
ever.
thing I heard
Y'all
about
was
it was
hyping and all this.
Beyonce
I
Mambo
ain't got
Gumbo
time.
wasn't good.
I want to come to y'all what is the spring fling or whatever it is. Which was the one that you went to? That you went to? You told me all the black men was there. That's what a grown and sexy black.
Yes.
All the men's is girl.
Mhm.
Yes, that's next Saturday.
Oh dang!
Next Saturday.
Well,
Hey, you
too
supposed to
late.
be reminding me so I could get my ticket. You
I
suck.
literally just seen that. What I think last week. Last week up is next Saturday. Now I'm gonna see if I'm going. I
Ooh.
don't know if I'm going or not.
Y'all see Angel
I
P said my
don't
daughter just got
know.
stranded in Atlanta for an extra 3 days because the TSA workers quit. She ended
Mm-hmm.
up renting a car and driving back home.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to do nothing over
Uh,
4 hours.
Because they haven't gotten paid. They have not. This is the third time that the government has shut down and they've had to deal with this since that man has been in office. And you expect these. And then the thing is that they promised them. Um, I forgot how much money they promised them. That Trump always promising stuff that he never delivers on.
I think that's what people depended on. But if you read that P25, he delivered on a lot of that stuff that he said.
Mm-hmm. On
Now
some of the
that
things, on some of the things that he's been promising, like the TSA
the
people,
good stuff, yeah, nah, he don't deliver the good stuff.
just like the all the people who are doing the ICE people,
Mm-hmm.
they ain't got paid. And what was he offering?
They
Twenty
don't
thousand
deserve it.
dollars or something like that. Baby, them people haven't got paid. Them people
They
haven't.
don't
And
deserve
then the
it.
thing is, in order for them to get the $10,000 that he promised, they had to commit for like 5 years or something like that. Hmm.
That's worse than the cell phone obligation.
In order
You
for
see,
I can't
I'm
remember if it
telling
was
you.
10,000 or 20,000, but they have to commit for 5 years.
mm. Speaking of commit, I did see that on social media. They were talking about committing for 5 years. That marriage should expire in 5 years. You should
I
have to
was,
figure out if you want to renew your marriage license or not every 5 years. You see that?
I've had that. I've actually had that discussion. I think I had it on one of my my
Video?
YouTube. Uh huh.
Did
I don't.
I?
I don't think it. I don't think it should. I don't think it should be. I
Ongoing?
I would say 5 years. I would say 10 years. I would say 10.
I don't know. I like that 5. You can find out, and if he acting up and he get it
And
together,
a lot of people are like, well, I don't think so, baby. Stop trying to control what other people do.
Right.
If you
you
and
never
your
Wouldn't
husband,
you rather know
if
instead of
you
sitting around for another 5 years getting cheated on because they wasn't happy?
and the thing is that if and they was like, well, what happened if we forget? How can you forget to renew your marriage? You don't forget to. How can you forget to remove your? You're gonna get a notification. First of all, you know it's your anniversary. How are you gonna
hmm
forget to renew your um marriage life?
Marriage.
That's
Yeah,
one. That number two is that if you really love each other, that means you're gonna work harder in order
show
to
and
make
prove.
it work. If you're
Mhm.
not gonna work harder, then that means that they really didn't want it. So
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't. And the thing you hear so many people saying, well, she won't let me. She won't sign the paper. He won't sign the paper. In this case, you ain't got to worry about signing the paper. If they don't sign the paper, you don't renew,
Let it
baby.
Right.
That would be true.
Hmm.
Very true. All right, since we've talked about all that, I want to end it on this question I'm just wondering. If you had to put a percentage on it, what percentage of you actually wants to get married? What percentage of you actually wants to be committed? And how soon? Anytime soon? Because I know for me, I'll start it off. For me, I'm not in a rush. And I'm getting to the point because I have several aunties in my family who have either been married, never married, one of those. And I remember thinking, dang, they seem so bitter. They that and man can't do nothing for me. And they tap their cigarette or drink their little drink. And I remember thinking, oh, they're so bitter. They're so but now that as I've gotten older, I'm kind of to a point where I don't even have to get married. If I could be straight up and down 50-50, if I really meet a great guy, that's wonderful. But I don't even think I aspire to. I'm not all that interested in it. And the only thing about that worries me is not the idea of being alone. I don't want to become bitter. Like I don't want to be someone who doesn't like men. But I will say this: the more I meet men, the more I interact with them, the more I date them, the more I'm like, I got to do better. This just ain't the business. And
Mhm.
I fear that is going to turn me bitter, if that makes any kind of sense. I almost feel like the more I interact with them, the more I become bitter. But just being left on my own, I don't have a problem with men because they over there doing what they're doing. It's like that dog that pees in somebody else's neighborhood or somebody else's yard. That don't bother me. It's when you come over here with that pissy stuff. that is what bothers me. But where do y'all stand?
Flow,
Okay. Oh, dang.
flow.
As far as percentages, I've told you guys before, it scares me how comfortable I am. See, both of
Mm-hmm.
you have been married. I've never been married before.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone through three phases. Whenever I was younger, I never wanted to get married. Just watching my mom and my dad, I'm like, if this is what marriage is like, I don't want no parts of it. Then
Mm-hmm.
whenever I got in my late 30s to 40s, I really wanted to be married really, really bad. But now it's such peace that it's like I don't want anybody to come disturb my peace. But at the same time, um, I do want to experience it, but I'm not in a rush. But I feel so contradicting because I'm like, if it doesn't happen, I know I'll be okay. But I don't want to, number one, I want to have somebody to grow old with. And
Mm-hmm.
um I enjoy I enjoy taking care of somebody and catering to somebody. And it would be nice to have someone um to do the same.
I'm glad you said that out loud because can I say this? I feel like women talk as if catering to someone who also caters to you, that part has to be said, is a bad thing. And I don't think it is. I think there's nothing wrong with being
I love
loving and giving and all of that.
Me too.
I,
But
I
a lot
because
of people act like, shoot, no.
Because I'm
that
a
goes back
pleaser.
I'm
that
glad you
goes
said that out loud.
It goes back to society. That goes back to society. It's almost taboo as a woman to say that it's taboo for a woman to say that they need a man. It's taboo for a woman to say that she loves taking care of a man because I'm the type of person, if he is doing everything that he needs, that he's supposed to, that I want him to do, I don't mind doing the cooking. I don't mind doing the cleaning. I don't mind washing the clothes. If this man
Something off
is
that dresser.
I don't mind dropping off of the dresser, baby. Even if I don't feel like doing it, I still toot it up.
Oh, Lordy.
If you taking care, I still toot it up. I I love being little mama, but it
Mhm.
needs to be with somebody that genuinely
Deserve.
deserves it.
Mhm.
But it goes back to what you were saying, KB. I look around at a lot of women who are older and they say, "Well, I don't want a man. I don't need a man." And this and the third, but I hear bitterness in them. And
Yeah, that's scary.
it's like the older that they get. Like one thing that you'll never like. I saw something on Facebook the other day, and it was like if your ex came to you and said, if your ex was on fire, if your ex is, and whenever I see people responses, I'm like, why are you still holding on to that venom? It's
Mhm.
like I if he was on fire, I add some more gasoline to it and all this other stuff. I'm like, if this is somebody that cheated on you or whatever 10, 15, 5 years ago, why are you still holding? Because that right there is toxic. It actually affects your health to hold on
Mhm.
to stuff like that. But I look
Yeah,
at
I would throw water on him. If I saw my ex and he was on fire, I'd throw water on him if I, if I was through drinking. Now, if I still
Got the
had
bucket at his ass after I
but what
on the water
I
and the
ain't
bucket
mad
at
at you, but
his ass.
this
the
water is
thing is,
good.
even if I don't mess with you, I don't want you to die. I'm gonna throw some water on you. I still don't fuck with you, but I'm gonna throw some water on you. But I
Yeah,
just I listen to the conversations,
it's
and
bitter.
it's so much anger and bitter. And it's like the older you get, the more you say, well, I ain't got time for this. I hate hearing that. Well, I ain't got time for this, and I ain't got time for that. And if man, this, it sounds so angry and bitter. And I don't want to
Sometimes you
be.
do be angry. Ain't nothing wrong with being a
But the
little
thing
angry, but you
but
got to
the thing is
compartmentalize
that
that anger.
the
You can't let it
but
consume
people
you.
don't. And
You
then
can't leave one on fire.
once you throw in what's going on with the world and society and all this stuff, it just compounds. It just it makes you look older. You get to the point where you don't want to go nowhere, you don't want to do anything, and it's like when people have a conversation with you, it's always negative. They never have anything positive to say. It's like I just I don't want that. I don't want that. If they're gonna be healing, then let me be healed. Cause I don't want to be that person. I just don't.
I kind of wouldn't mind having a gay guy as a bestie for the travel part. Because sometimes I want to go to places I'm like, ooh, I don't know if that solo travel is good. And I've got some girlfriends. Everybody start off, we all ready to go on the trip. And next thing you know, I can't make it because, oh, my money kind of, oh, I can. And people start dropping out. But I feel like, if I had me a big gay bestie, we could go travel. We could do
Good
some things.
Judy.
So yeah, I need a good Judy. And the travel companion part of it would be wonderful without the other expectations. So I don't know. I didn't hear your answer, Kaylani. You ain't slick.
Y'all, y'all was talking.
Oh, okay.
My answer. I wouldn't put a timetable on it. I would be lying if I say I did not want to be married again because I do. Um, it's not a goal. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. If I'm just with somebody and it's just a partner and we don't, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. But I wouldn't put a time on. I want to enjoy my singleness
Mm-hmm.
until then. I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to be. Oh, that's like I told y'all before. That's why you don't hear me talk about earnest anymore. I just want to. I want to.
Yes.
I just want to enjoy. So that way, by the time I am, I can. I want. Sometimes you feel like you're missing something. Like maybe I did. I should have did this. I should have did that while I
Mm-hmm.
was single or whatever. I don't. I want to be able
Or
to.
you met the person at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I know I'm enjoying my singlehood for sure.
Mm, I'm
And I'm
enjoying
not and I'm
it.
not bitter, but I'm like, is bitter inevitable? I don't think it is. I think honestly we're as we talk, we're more conscientious of it. We're not going to be that bitter broad.
Right. I think this is for me. I'm using this time to heal more than I ever even realized. Like it's so many things that are trauma and triggers that I didn't know about that I'm learning more so, especially with not being able to lean on the things that I was able to eat and stuff like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
noticing a lot of different things. I'm like, oh, might want to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, why? Okay, so why did that bother you? Okay, we might want to work on that. That's trauma based related. That something that remotely feels like somebody else made you feel like they're like, oh, that they're two different people though. Like, don't let this person pay for that person's sins.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I see that more, and this is so weird to say, not so much with men, but with women. I see it in women friendships more than I do in male and female, as they say, friendships and relationships, which is kind of strange. Like I've literally been in friendships where, like I mentioned before, I've been trying to heal a friend and show her that no, it's good to hang with women. No, it's good, and it was just too exhausting.
mhm.
There's a lot of trauma out there. It's in our
Oh,
community,
I
especially.
definitely been that. I'm not, I get it. Your other friends hurt you, and I get all that. But if
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay for their sins. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
pay for what was done to you in the past. If you can't see that I'm not them and my intentions are pure, that's just
Yeah,
that on that.
you gotta let it go.
Got to.
All right, ladies. Well, speaking of letting it go, it is
Tomorrow.
Oh,
It
hey,
is tomorrow,
wait,
girl.
wait a minute. It's tomorrow. It's 11:08 here, so that means it
it's
is.
NOH
Yeah,
here.
that's tomorrow for me, baby. It's so past my
Yeah,
bed.
usually I would have been rubbing my feet in the
What?
bed.
Baby,
Angel wings
it's,
down.
it's,
Angel wings
it's
down.
almost Friday. It's almost
I'm
Friday.
telling you.
Okay,
And
so
I'm already Friday tired.
Kay, you need
Huh?
to announce when your live is going to be.
Okay. The next live will be hosted by yours truly on April
Whoop,
23rd
whoop,
at
whoop, whoop.
7:30 Central Standard Time.
The real 7:30. Don't be like me, putting 7 on one thing, 7:30 on the
But I
girl.
was so confused. I'm telling you, I was running trying to get home. I was like, oh,
Mine just gone. It's crazy. I
Lord,
look forward to it. Say that date one more time.
April
April
23rd,
7:30
2026,
Central
7:30
Standard.
Central Standard Time.
And we don't know
Bring
what we're
a
going to talk
friend.
about.
Hmm?
There
Bring
you go.
bring a friend.
Oh, and one more thing before we leave. If you are going on the trip with us next year,
First of all, you're going to have a good time. Hmm.
oh baby, you're gonna have a ball. We got some things.
Don't
We
tell
got
it. Don't tell it. Don't tell it.
I ain't gonna tell it. Ain't gonna tell it, baby. We ain't gonna tell it. Ain't gonna tell it. Ain't gonna tell it. Number one, you have to be signed up
Yeah.
through our group
Book
code. If you're not signed up through our group code, you're more than welcome to come, but you will not be getting what we are giving.
What was that they used to play back in the day? Hide and go get it. This ain't that. We need to see you. If
We
you're
need to
gonna get
see,
it, we need to see you first. Don't hide it now. We
but
tried to hide
also
it.
make sure that you email us at the seasoned ed sisters sistas, not sisters, the
Mhm.
seasoned sisters at gmail.com. We need your email address because we will be sending out a newsletter about the trip once a month. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to sell your email address. It's just going to be this newsletter keeping you up to date. Anything important that you need to know, because some people are not on social media and on Facebook. We do talk in the Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, please join the Facebook group. Please don't spam the Facebook group. Don't be marketing in the Facebook group. Don't be posting a whole bunch of memes in the Facebook group. We
Right,
need
right.
intellectual conversations in the Facebook group. But if you're not in the Facebook group, please email us your email address. But if you are in the Facebook group, still email us your email address because we want to make sure that you are in the know of what we got going on. Because baby, we got some stuff. We got some things.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
to
got some
piggyback off what both of the ladies said about the cruise, guys, the newsletter, just in case you're wondering what's going to be on it, it's going to be a lot of information and not a news you can use. Like we letting you know, we may be some people may want to get there a day early. We're leaving Friday, so y'all know how the planes do. Stuff be holding you up. You don't want to miss the flight. So if we're gonna
It's
have like
just say it out loud. It's always me. I'm the one that's always
You
gonna
know
have
what,
to.
all
KB?
plans to
You know
get
what,
there.
KB? I need you to fly into Atlanta so I can hold your hand to my hand
Girl,
to make sure that you get on the train. I mean, you get
when I
on
tell you
the
the way I wanted to cry, I mean, God bless whoever it was with the medical emergency, but on my flight, it had to be on my flight. Everything else, I was so happy with how early I had gotten to the airport, and still, I missed the flight. Had to stay. That it was a mess,
well,
but
I
I'm
got
taking the
I got three
time.
bedrooms now, okay. So KB, so
I had
you need to
somewhere
come
to
on.
stay.
Right, K
You
and
need
KB. She got a room. I got
baby, both of y'all need to be expect both of y'all can come, but you most definitely need to be here the day before. I need you to come on Thursday.
She need to be there Wednesday.
Right.
Wednesday, because we need to
You
get
need to
the,
be Wednesday.
we need to get there the day before,
Because you
because
know what? It's in the cold season. Ain't no telling what's going on in KC. Yeah,
Yeah, ain't lying.
we might need you here Tuesday.
Yeah, look, it just keeps getting early. You see how they do me, y'all?
We
They
might
just do
need
me any old kind of way.
because if it's gonna happen to anybody, it's gonna happen to you.
And she's not wrong about that part. That's the truth.
right.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, we need you to be on this cruise. This is gonna be a good
I
time.
am looking forward to it
Good
though.
time.
I
Y'all,
am
it's already less than a year. Like it's already at like 11 months.
I feel
Like
like
this
my
time is
granddaughter.
gonna fly by.
My granddaughter, let's say her birthday is on July 1st. She'll have her birthday. Come July 2nd, she got some app. She talking about Mimi. It's only 364 days to my birthday. Baby, I don't want to break it down to you, but that might be a little minute. That's how I feel about this trip. I'm like, yeah, let me check my countdown.
I am truly excited.
Me
Truly
too.
excited.
I'm
And if
excited.
y'all ain't coming, I don't understand why not. But if you are, we
Yeah.
definitely need to know who you are.
Yes. And Stephanie, if you're watching, I seen that you just emailed earlier. Appreciate that. We'll be responding soon.
You talking about Simply Stephanie Ann?
Mhm.
But y'all think we don't be knowing names. We do.
Yeah.
We know some names. I remember my frequents, my friends.
Yes.
All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to call it a quit.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go fix me a hot dog. I want a chili dog. I'm a chili dog with some coleslaw and some onions and some relish. Oh yes, baby. Yes,
That's me.
girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it is. You're going to eat about
And
half.
I got a brioche hot dog bun. Oh, yes.
Oh, I miss hot dog bun.
Look at the look on their face. We still talking about a hot dog, right?
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
honey. Yes. We still
you
talking
the
about,
one.
yeah, we still talking about hot dog, baby. We still talking. I get excited about some food sometimes
I
now.
do too. I ain't gonna lie. That's my
Yeah.
problem.
Same.
That
Give me
is
some
my
sweet,
problem.
heat potato chips. Yes. With a
Well,
family.
enjoy.
All right,
Good
y'all.
night, ladies, and thank y'all so much for joining us. Y'all take care.
All right.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night. That was fun.
It